hope we're live.
I
I've
think
got it
so.
on my phone, but
Yeah,
I'm not seeing anything yet. Might be a bit of a delay, but
Yeah.
well, let's just assume we're live.
Yeah,
So,
I think there's some.
hello
delay.
everyone that's watching. Welcome to our first ever live stream. We didn't expect this was gonna happen this fast. Like, whatever, what like 4 weeks ago we had like 50 subscribers, and now we're at like 1.5k. So we decided to do a little Q&A live stream.
Thanks, Lackadaisy.
So,
Yay!
oh yeah,
Our big
Lackadaisy
money cow.
definitely gave us a bit of a boost because
Hell
chapter
yeah.
3 got like
We ended up being in the related, right? Recommendations
Yeah.
for it.
chapter 3 got like boosted on Lackadaisy a lot, and you see like the day Lackadaisy released, like the analytics just like shot up like that. So
Yes, which I
yeah,
love.
So,
Audience just the right channel and a bit silent.
okay,
And
yeah.
I noticed
Bear
that.
with us with the technical stuff.
We have an excellent technician. He's working on it.
right there.
Oh yeah,
We have an excellent technician. He messed up.
No, you know how hard live audio and video setup is, especially audio.
yeah.
I
well,
don't-
That could have been my job, but
I don't think anyone knows who we are. So let's introduce ourselves.
I would say so.
Yes.
Let's start with the producer.
Okay, so
You started all this. Give us a little intro about Spotted Marten and yourself.
okay, so do you want like the whole story or just like the quick version?
Let's
Give
do
us
a
a quick
rundown.
version. We want people to ask
Yeah.
questions later, right? So give people the cliff notes about.
Okay, so first of all, we are Spotted Marten. We are a small, independent, as you say, voice acting group, or like fan dubbing group, let's say. And we make fan dubs for webcomics. And we're currently working on a fan dub for the Tamberlane comic, which is a really great comic, and I think you should check it out. It's from by Caitlin Wilbrand, who is a really great artist from Seattle. And yeah, it's sort of a furry comic basically. And yeah, so me, I'm Manuel or Voltaire or Chris or whatever name you want to use, and I'm basically, I guess, the founder of this little operation and the producer and the editor. And yeah, I started like 2019 with the comic Supercell, which is also a great comic from B&B. And basically what I did, I was like, I don't like reading basically. I'm really lazy with reading. So what I did is like, I started dubbing the comic because I noticed there was no dub of it. And then I asked people, hey, I'm doing this for fun, do you want to join? And like some people from the Viennese brownie community started joining in. And so more and more people joined. We did like Supercell until chapter 6. And then it kind of died down. And then we were like, okay, let's try a new comic. And I asked Caitlin from the Tamberlane series, like, hey, we would like to do like a dub of this. Would it be okay? And she was like really excited and really happy about it. And then we basically started with Tamberlane, and yeah, now we're working on that. And the production quality has increased a lot because we got experience from Supercell, obviously. And yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can talk about it later now. I
Right.
think it's enough for my introduction.
Eggy.
Okay,
Yeah,
you go.
so I am the voice director / casting director for this. I just kind of I auditioned for Elaine and Piper, originally for Belfry actually, but yeah, I mean I ended up being Tamberlane and Piper, the little kid characters, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. Like helping out with stuff sometimes, and yeah. Other than that, I like doing and it's a lot of work. Everything, all of this is lots of work, and really, project is great. Everyone is dedicated.
Eggy, I think, is the youngest of us actually in the team.
Probably, yeah.
And don't let her fool you. She said she's not great with introductions, but she's a really good director actually. I was
Aw.
very impressed when
Oh,
she
yes.
told me, "Oh yeah, like you're like what 22?"
Yeah.
And it was like, wait, she like had an insight into voice acting. I was like, okay, you should be like 6 years older. What the heck?
Oh,
So I mean,
Yes.
she really has a great knack for this. So I'm very glad she's my director.
thank you.
Speaking of which, right, I am also here. I'm Perry. I a silly bird on the internet who's always dreamed of voice acting her entire life ever since childhood, and was always like, well, but I gotta do a normal people job. Well, now here I am. I'm not doing the normal people job. Turns out I'm crap at those. In Tamberlane, I voiced Kira. I'm extremely glad I got cast for that.
She's great.
She's a really fun character. She shows up in chapter 4, so I haven't been introduced in my voice performance to the world yet, but we recorded that stuff yesterday and it was a ton of fun, so I'm really, really glad. Not only do I finally get to be more serious about voice acting, but I'm really glad that Voltaire over here recruited me to get into the project, because it's been a really good blast so far, and I'm really, really glad to be part of this journey now. Also, I live stream sometimes. You should come join me on Twitch.
Oh, definitely. Also, shout out to Teddy and Razorwolf. We did the recording yesterday of all the 3 bully characters of Kira, Kerr, and Jonas, and we basically did it like the other 2 recorded on Discord.
Yep.
One in Canada, one in England, and Perry locally in Vienna, and we did all that online basically, so they could play off each other and everything, and I was a bit worried it's gonna take some time, because it's like obviously like coordinating 3 people, but all 3 of those are so extremely good, so professional.
Yeah.
They just knocked out the lines one by one. It was like, okay, this is perfect, next page, this is perfect, next page.
Exactly.
Basically. So I'm really excited for you guys to hear the finished product, and I'm excited myself to hear the finished product, because it's gonna be.
Speaking of my excellent colleagues, we have some friends who are joining us over Discord. Should they say
Yes.
hi?
Teddy, I already
Definitely.
introduced you, so audio tech, can they hear Discord on stream?
Yes, this
Yes.
is live.
So Teddy, introduce yourself, please.
Hello, I'm Teddy, our budget magician over on Twitter. I play the role of Jonas, as Manuel just said. And yeah, I also do a little bit of the artwork behind the scenes.
Teddy is a great artist.
Oh yeah. We're gonna show you something from him later. Just a little teaser, but not right now, probably. Yet.
Is there anyone else who's still currently in the Discord?
I think Kay, who
Yes.
who voices the main character of Belfry in the series.
Is she here?
I think she's
Kay?
here. Yeah. Kay, are you here?
Hey.
He is missing, I guess.
She was with us earlier.
Yes. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe the
I
lamp
guess.
fever was too bad. I don't know.
Stage fright.
Stage fright, yeah.
Oh, she is inside the Discord, but she's muted. It's okay if you can hear us. You are muted. And if you can't hear us, then we'll just
But she's
do the
here. And
introduction later.
she's awesome. So.
yeah. She's
Yeah.
in the stream and yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, now she's
She's
gone.
gone.
Okay, now she's gone. So maybe she'll
Oh.
try back in later.
Yeah,
Let's see.
whatever.
No problem.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So,
we're just kind of here to hang out, right? To vibe with friends, and
Yes.
because you tell us, why were we doing this stream today, right? Because we hit a big milestone, right?
Oh yeah,
Thanks
I
to
think.
the new
Yes, I
chapter
think I
coming
already said it earlier, but like chapter 3 came out like what 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I think so.
mm.
And then 2 weeks, and we had like 50 subscribers. Just kept hovering about that, and didn't really increase much. But like 2 weeks later, the Lackadaisy pilot came out, and yeah, that's also like cartoony and with voices, so it's
Yeah.
connected to what we do.
And furry.
And
Everybody-
furry, yeah, obviously. We're all basically all furries here.
And it really
and-
boosted us, yeah.
And it definitely boosted us, because like you saw in the analytics the day Lackadaisy came out, like we suddenly gained like 100 subscribers per day for like 2 weeks straight or something. No, that would be a bit too much, but yeah, for a long time, and we like hit 1,000 subscribers like 1.5 week ago, and right now we're almost at 1.5k. So yeah, it's really going up, and yeah, 1,000 subscribers. Time for a Q&A stream, right?
Yep, that just
So-
means y'all can ask us questions about our work on the dub, about other projects we might be doing, whatever you're curious about. Just do remember, we are not drawing the comic, we are not writing the comic. That's
Yes.
Caitlin, and some of her, she has some lovely assistants, right, helping her sometimes.
Yes.
With colors and whatnot.
Actually, Jonas, I think the character, like the person who has the character Jonas in the comic,
yeah,
is like the same person basically.
he's a
He's
colorist.
yes, I think he does color. Like I'm not sure exactly
That's
about
awesome.
how the work works, but
But basically, so we don't know what Caitlin's got planned. We too are fans, you know, so Don't ask us about anything that has to do with the production of the comic itself. Caitlin has us all by our heartstrings just as much as any of y'all. We're gonna suffer.
Okay,
just as much.
I think Kay is back now. Kay, can you hear
I'm
us?
here. You can hear me now.
Oh,
Hi.
awesome.
Hi,
So if you
Kay.
want to introduce yourself, now's the time.
Yeah, my name is Kay. I play Belfry, and this is absolutely the first time I've ever did any voice work.
Yes.
So
I
I've
And you're
think
doing a great job.
acting, I've done some opera, but this is the first time I've done voice acting.
You give
Yeah.
Belfry so much life, and you really nail her personality. I adore it.
Yes.
No, thank you.
By the way, tech person, friend.
Inventor?
Clemens.
Oh,
Okay, he's
Oh,
gone.
he's
Okay.
not currently here.
I
It's
We'll-
okay.
we'll get to that.
He will fix tech things if there's
Yeah.
anything come up. Apparently, there was some issues with the
Okay.
Discord quality.
One thing I wanted
Hi.
to.
Hi.
Huh?
Two questions. Apparently, Discord sounds kind of like echoey and not so good, like a voice from above or from another dimension.
It's probably because you're twice because of the mic. Yeah, we're working on it. As long as you can understand it, I think it's
Yeah.
fine, and
You
we
did
just
that
have to
first.
live.
But also, if it was possible, you to put me in your Wi-Fi, because my reception down here is not good. So if it's possible that you let me in so I can read the chat more reliably. Half the
Okay.
time it won't
Yeah.
load.
While our tech guys overloaded a bit, what I want to say, and because Kay said it's the first time doing any voice work, and that's actually the case for a lot of us people. Like I said, I'm working in insurance, so I'm not like a creative guy in general, or at least not by
I
trade.
was gonna say your
Yet.
trade doesn't mean you can't be creative.
Yes, that's just what I wanted to say. I'm not a creative guy by trade yet. But yeah, we all just basically. Thank you, Clemens. Well, like many of us basically just started doing this for fun in this very group, and I think I'm very surprised, or I'm just very astounded, like by how good so many people are, but just go out and try it, and they're actually really good. So just to say, I can really recommend, just if you want to try voicing, if you're interested in that, I mean, just try it basically.
Yep.
Like I've seen like so many people who are like, I never did this, like I'm awkward, I don't know, and I'm like, just try it. It's fun. It's fun. Like definitely doing it in a group is really fun, and just some people they just are like, okay, I'm gonna try, and then you're like,
Whoa.
oh my god, this voice is exactly what I imagined for the character. You're so good. And it's like, oh okay, but I hate listening to my voice, and then I'm
That's
like,
normal.
that's normal, and you usually get over it, and if you don't get over it, well,
It's okay.
you can still try.
So, but yeah,
Yeah.
just that out of the way. We don't make the comic, but you can ask us about anything else
Yes,
to do
please.
with the project.
And you can ask any question. You can also ask us to say something in a certain voice.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yes.
So feel free, audience, whatever
We-
is on your mind about.
We keep the
acting,
right to
production.
refuse answering questions, but
Of course.
of course, we're not
I-
guaranteeing anything.
I will not say
Any
anything.
spicy
That,
details.
I will not say anything that incriminates myself.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, please just put your questions in the chat whenever
Yeah,
you like.
we're excited for it. You can ask again. You can ask us free here. We're on camera, or you can also, of course, ask anything related to what Teddy and Kay would know. So
Yeah.
they're here. They are the voices from above.
Teddy and Kay
Hello.
are Belfry and Jonas. Tamberlane and Piper, Kira, Anthony.
Yeah.
Just so that's out of the way.
And maybe our tech guy Clemens will introduce himself later when
Yes.
everything's set.
Whenever he's
Maybe we
ready.
should
There's a guy in the chat who's dying to ask questions.
Yes.
Yeah, you can
James,
ask anything.
go ahead.
A what?
Francis
There's a guy on
some
the
numbers
there's a guy
says
on
hi
the-
from Philadelphia, USA. Hi.
Hi, Francis.
Hello from Vienna, Austria. In case we didn't say where we are yet.
I noticed there was a certain birthday boy in the chat. It's
Ooh.
Stewart. Hi, Stewart. I sent you a little birthday message yesterday.
Oh yes,
In
I
character's
heard it.
Piper,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, I am glad that I planted the seed of your affection to me in your brain. Whatever, if that made sense. I'm not sure if that made sense, but I'm glad
That's-
that you like me.
It sounded a bit scary.
That's
What are you up to,
Piper.
Piper?
Just the usual. Unpredictable. I am so mysterious.
Yeah. If I have missed any question in the chat, just restate it because I haven't seen any questions yet.
Yeah, it's okay. We ease people into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
whatever. You don't have to feel intimidated by anything. We're
Yes.
just random people from planet Earth.
Oh.
Or so we say.
Or so we say.
Where is the ostrich? Sorry if I'm misspelling. Ostrich?
Ostrich, he means Austria.
Oh, Austria. Yes, we are from Austria
It's
in Europe.
Central
Europe. Yes.
It's not Germany.
Yes.
But we do speak German
Yes, exactly.
natively.
I was
Yeah,
yelled
they're right
at
next
a
to
little
Germany.
bit for
So-
claiming it's like Germany.
If you
What?
want us to say anything in German, you can ask for that. But I don't know what you gain from that. But
Yeah.
you can ask if you want.
Where are you guys from? I bet most of you are from the US. Chat. I'm talking about chat.
By the way, also a big hello to Orlando, who's in the chat. He's our music guy. So if you heard any original music in Chapter 3, like not the outro and the intro, that's from Meta Joker, but Orlando does like the original music, and we started doing it in Chapter 3, and we're gonna do more in Chapter 4. So that's Orlando here. And Orlando, if you want to join in voice, just let me know, and I can pull you in.
Kamenhal047 asks, "What's the best German food you had?" What a question.
But don't you want to talk about Austrian food? Huh?
Yes, so since it asked about German food, we're gonna talk about Austrian food, and we're gonna talk about where we were 2 days ago, because actually, like right now this week, we had 2 actors over who were staying at my place and also recording at my place, and it's Yoshi who's from Poland originally, but now lives in England, and he came over. He speaks Jason, and yeah. He came over to record, and also Perry came over to record.
Ooh.
And so we said, oh, let's have like a nice dinner. And where did we go? Of course, we went to like a fancy Viennese restaurant,
Real
to
Vienna food.
get like to eat real Viennese food.
Sorry, Vienna
And-
is the capital city of Austria, just so you know.
Yes, exactly. So and
And schnitzel is the best.
yes, thank you. I was just gonna say that
Wiener
had
Schnitzel.
Wiener Schnitzel from calf meat. That's what I ate at this restaurant. It is also one of my favorite foods. Obviously, as an Austrian, it's just like a cutlet it's fried and like crispy,
It's breaded, yeah.
breaded and fried and very crispy. That's my favorite German food, I guess. It's Austrian food, but yeah.
Yeah,
So,
what's
about
what's
you?
German food? Sausages? I have no freaking idea.
Yeah, what specifically German?
Sausages.
The German can tell us.
There's a lot of German
Frikadellen.
food.
There's a lot of German sausages, I think.
No, it's more than just that.
Nah, I think they're just sausages.
No.
Now it
They
goes.
killed the Perry.
You say first what your favorite German/Austrian food is.
I don't know. Schnitzel is the best, dude.
Thank you.
I also like potato salads, and I also like my cucumber salads and my goulash. But no, they're not gulag, but goulash. Sorry. I'm so sorry. It's
Goulash is originally, I was gonna say Hungarian, right?
Hungarian, yeah, but it's
I love
in
goulash.
tradition. Gosh, I'm spewing.
Kamenhal says liverwurst is the best. Liverwurst.
I do like Leberwurst.
It's good, yeah.
I'm
Like-
fan. But German cuisine is very diverse. Not sometimes as diverse as I'd like, but it's not just sausages.
What did you say was your favorite?
Yeah, what's your
did I
favorite?
miss it?
I'm originally from northern Germany, all the way, close to the coast. So I am used to a lot of like traditional fish dishes
Mm-hmm.
from the north, where literally you eat it in the afternoon, it was caught in the morning. It's so good. There's several I can think of, but there's a northern German dish that looks really ugly, but I really, really like it. It's called Lapskaus, and it's basically like a puree of potato mixed with a puree of meat or fish. And as a result, it just looks like a weird pink mass.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not the most photogenic dish most of the time. There's obviously people who've cooked in a way that looks really pretty. But it's actually just really, really tasty. You're like, ugh, that just sounds weird. But it tastes really good. Especially you eat it with like traditionally with some dark bread and some pickles. And it's the pickle acidity goes so well with the pureed like savory flavor.
Pickles.
I just love that a lot because It's one of those things that the sailors would eat because it was easy to make and could easily be made with ingredients that kept a long time, like potato. And it's just sailors have good ideas about food sometimes. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I just like seafood in general. I like it really much, but the problem is Austria is landlocked, so seafood is not the best quality and also very expensive.
Exactly.
And if you want really good seafood, then it's gonna be hard to get.
We gotta go to
But
Italy for that.
we're gonna go to Hamburg anyway.
Join me.
Later
I'm
this
gonna
year,
show you the best
so
restaurants
for your
seafood.
reference, so
Are there hamburgers?
can't wait to get
Yes.
yeah, definitely fish hamburgers in Hamburg. Yes.
Fischbrötchen is actually a very important
Yes.
classic snack.
I know Clement said when he was there last time he had this like three days in a row or something. So yes, okay, Clemens, introduce yourself.
Inventor. That's our
Yes,
tech
inventor
guy.
Clemens. Yes.
Did you fix the Discord sound?
Not sure. Actually, the input from the Discord sometimes gets really bad, and it was actually the source from the Discord that was bad.
Oh my god.
Someone thinks you're Shaggy from Scooby-Doo because of the shirt and the red pants.
Hello.
Can you show
yes.
us 90% of your power?
That's a good thing because if he gives 100% of his power, then everything's
blows up.
over. Yes, he's that type of guy, just to say. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm the guy who's to blame if the quality is bad at any media, both here in the stream and as well with our voice acting productions, because I'm responsible for getting all the signal paths right, the microphones, and making sure we have all the right software, and
You're the audio engineer.
yeah.
That's what an audio engineer does.
That's what I'm doing. That's not that I'm really qualified in or that I learned I do for a job, but it's fun, and I think I'm doing okay-ish.
Yes,
So-
you are doing
You're
great.
our audio engineer.
Yes.
Okay, what
So-
did you say?
I said he's our audio engineer.
He's a
Even if he's
great
qualified or not,
So-
he's
I
our
just-
audio engineer. Good.
Yes, I was about to say.
Yeah.
I wanted to say. Manson Matteo says, "I want to say for all French who like Tamberlane, thank you. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Matteo.
Yes.
Make sure you also tell Caitlin, because she makes all the cute stories and art that we're working with. So
Oh yeah, TamberlaneComic.com. If you don't know it yet, that's where we take our stuff from. And Caitlin Wilbrand, she does the comic, and she also gave us the files. So if you saw chapter 3, the fading in of the bubbles, that's what we can do because Caitlin actually gave us the original files, so we can actually render the pages without and with bubbles. So we can do that. So a big thanks to Caitlin once more, and maybe
she
you
is
want
very
to read
supportive
the chat.
of what everyone's doing. It's
Oh
really
yes,
good.
that's very great.
I just want to say to Matteo, because you're French, because I'm currently learning French, and for that I'm watching a show called Wakfu. Do you know Wakfu? Okay, that's it.
I know Wakfu.
Yeah, I like that.
It's a video game and a show.
Yeah, I watched the show.
Nice. The show was pretty good.
Yeah, it's very
French
good.
animation is a lot of fun.
Yes, definitely. So, Common Hall says, sorry for all the food questions. I'm hungry and food is all I can think of. Oh, yeah, that's
Valid.
fine.
Yeah, very valid.
Get something to eat after this. Maybe a schnitzel, who knows? Concerning the Shaggy questions, James Thom is asking you, hey Shaggy, how was your new job as Waffle House's new host?
Have you ever been to Waffle House when you were in the US?
Nope. Actually not.
But we
Waffle
passed
House is
by.
great. I'm upset because Waffle House is actually one of the
We
restaurants in the US I have been to.
We were at the few Cracker Barrels, which is like the food there is insane, like the breakfast that fills you for the whole day or the whole week, I guess.
That's a lot of
Yeah.
American portions, though. You feel like you could feed your whole family with them.
Oh, a question for you. Apple Dash Rainbow Derp. The long question. Do you want to read? Yes.
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 I am going to Berlin in 7 days, says Apple Dash Rainbow Derp. So any must-haves for food? Because my girlfriend is reliving her childhood from Germany from hearing about the food. Her favorite is frikadellen. Frikadelle is basic. Think of it as like a bun, not like a bun, a meat patty, like you'd put on a burger, like a burger patty, but it's thicker. It's like rounder. It's squashed perfectly for burger size. It's more meant to be like its own thing. It's
In
very,
Austria,
very yummy.
in Austria, it's called verschiertes Leibchen. Yes,
Faschiertes, yeah.
And
Yes.
Label.
Label, yes.
Fleischlaberl.
So, yes,
And yes, to my answer, if you are interested in döner kebab, I know that döner kebab in the US is a bit different from what we in Europe call it. It's like, in both cases, it's like meat you slice off of like a, big rotisserie thing. But as far as I understand it, the preparation is a bit different in the US for a kebab. I highly recommend a good döner kebab. Make sure it costs more than €3 though, because usually anything below like €4 to €3 is going to be cheap and not so good. But anything like the mid-tier is going to be excellent, because the döner kebab was invented in Berlin by Turkish immigrants. Extremely delicious thing.
One thing, people in the chat are recommending the currywurst.
Yes.
Are you recommending this?
Yes, because currywurst, there's a hot debate on who in Germany invented that. Several cities are claiming they did, but it is a quintessential snack, like street snack, in several German cities, and Berlin does have some of the nicest ones. I can't name you a specific place because it's been too long since I've been in Berlin, but yes, a good currywurst it's so basic but just so good. It's sometimes the simplest things make you the happiest.
There's a good currywurst stand outside the German Institute for Standards, the German Standards Institute, DIN. Go there.
Okay, listen to Kay, she knows.
yeah.
I have never been to the German Standards Institute, admittedly. How do you know
Work
so much
things.
about it?
Because I used to do some stuff there for work.
So I wanted to move on to the next question. Carmen Hall says, "What do you think about Lackadaisy?"
It's
And I wanted to mention something about Lackadaisy because it's actually even more connected to us than just giving the thing. I mean, not to us directly, but what I want to say is like, first of all, I didn't know the comic before. I mean, I knew it existed, but only because of the following thing. Because the pilot that just released, B&B, the author of the Supercell comic where we started with our stuff, he actually was part of the animation crew for the Lackadaisy pilot. So that's basically how I knew about it, because we did the dub for Supercell, and the author of Supercell, which again, great comic, recommended. He also worked on the Lackadaisy pilot, and that's how I got to know the Lackadaisy, and we obviously watched it. We were in a watch party together with him when he watched it, and yeah, obviously, very great. I mean, it's like deserved. I don't know, like how many millions views right now? 5 million, I don't know.
the animation is incredible.
It's just awesome.
It
of
wasn't
course,
work for a long time. They kickstarted, I think, ages ago, but obviously
3 years,
animation
yes.
on that level takes a lot of work. They did such a good job with it. I loved the comic for years, almost since its inception. Before that, so I'm a long-term Lackadaisy OG fan, I guess. I've been hyped for that animation for so long, and I'm so happy that it's out. It's even better than I expected. I got like the Kickstarter updates once in a while. I was like, I'm not gonna look at them too much. I want to see it in full-fleshed form. It's like, it was worth the wait.
I watched the trailer back when it released, and it prompted me to read the webcomic, which is really good. And yeah, a few months later, the full pilot came out, and we watched it together in the Supercell watch party. And like visually, it's incredibly impressive. I love all the characters. I like their expressions. The story was great too. I hope it gets picked up. And yeah, what else is there to say?
More. We want more.
We want
Oh,
more
yeah,
of
okay.
it. More of it. More.
Can't wait for
stories.
the picked up series.
Better. Someone better pick that up and give it the animation budget it deserves.
Oh yeah. So Apple-Rainbow Derp, he gave a compliment to Kay. They said, also Belfry is my absolute favorite. She melts my heart. So Kay, you have a fan.
Gotta thank Caitlin for the character though. Otherwise we wouldn't be good. Yeah.
Of course, we're gonna thank Caitlin a lot, I
Thanks.
think.
Yes.
Love you, Fluffy.
Aww.
Fluffy.
She's all fluffy, yes.
Love you, baby.
Oh, I love you.
It's true. She's the Fuffy of the whole comic, so
Oh,
without her we
she's
wouldn't
our-
be here.
She's our Fuffy.
Yeah. We wouldn't exist in this
No,
form.
K is our Fuffy.
Okay, K is your, but you're Fuffy, not mine. I have no Fuffy.
Also, Perry, James Fom, they said something about what we
Yes.
were talking about today, I think, already.
Yes. Perry, I watched Phineas and Ferb as a kid, so I thought you were hunting down foreign seaside Stockdike's Okay, I will dispute. He is many things, but I don't think I agree with the interpretation of his involvement in the Third Reich. But he is a wonderful character, and I do like Phineas and Ferb. I'm actually not named after Phineas and Ferb at all, and I'm also not named after the Steven Universe character whose name sounds a lot like mine. Peridotto is based on the word for peridot, but I was 12, I was a weeb, and there was an RPG I found where all the characters' names were just romanized versions of mineral names like gemstones and such. And I liked the name Peridotto the best, so I started using it online as a handle, and I felt very cool. And then I realized later, hey, that's a good name because no, it's never taken anywhere and it shortens to Perry, so now I'm Perry. And then I started wearing cowboy hats just because I like him, and then the Perry the Platypus joke started, and I'm like, okay. I can live with that. Perry the Platypus is great. So I am not related, but I'd say, you know, if I've hung out with him, he's cool.
Cool. So, one thing, Matteo is surprised that you know about Wakfu is probably pretty popular in France, so nice.
Good.
It's a good show. So, yeah, you are also asking, out of curiosity, why isn't the chapter 1 on this channel while there is the second and the third?
Yeah, that's basically because the group name Spotted Marten, we only came up with it after we already had done chapter 1 of Tamberlane. So if you look for the Supercell comic, that's where we started, and that's started on my channel. So basically, I started doing it on my channel, and so all the Supercell we uploaded on my channel, and also chapter 1 of Tamberlane. And then we came up with the idea, yeah, we should make this like a thing that's separate from just me, because we're like a lot of people basically working on this. So
Yeah.
we came up with a group name, which is Spotted Marten, and then we made the channel. And so that's why chapter 1 is still on the old channel, or on my channel, which is not always still active. I'm actually streaming with Teddy, together with Teddy, some game streams lately. But that's beside the point. And now the rest we started uploading on the new channel. And since I mentioned it, we could also talk about how we came up with the Spotted Marten name.
I do have
Maybe.
a question, Bo. Are you?
One thing.
Yeah.
Yes?
Sorry. What are you gonna say? You go first.
Oh, sorry.
Sure.
Because we can also combine it with because Teddy, you asked who is the Spotted Marten, right?
Oh, yes.
So I just
yes.
we were
We should
gonna say the
combine,
same
yes.
thing, right?
Yes.
So can I initiate
Sure.
how it? All right, thank you.
Go for it.
So we were looking for a group name, right? And the street where we're meeting up and doing the voices, it's called Pheasant Street, right? And and we were gonna name our dubbing studio Pleasant Pheasant, but then we realized it's been taken like 3 times, and
It's a shame. It's a cute rhyme.
Pleasant Pheasant is, you know, it's cute, but maybe it's a bit too fluffy, I don't know. And then at one point when I left from a successful evening of voice acting, I I went out in the street and I saw a marten running across, and I told that to you at some point, that I saw a marten there. And you want to take it from there? How it happened? What is a spotted thing? You know what is up with the spotted?
Because the marten, the actual animal, it has been seen several times since, and I even once managed to take a picture of it, but it's all blurry because it's in the dark, and it basically has a dark fur, but a large white spot on its chest. So it's so that's is there such a thing as a Spotted Marten? Yeah, actually, so
That's not the exact history, because we were actually looking for adjectives. Someone was suggesting white marten, but I was like, not sure about white. It can be interpreted several differently, and like
Yep.
we were listing off several adjectives, and one of them was
yes.
spotted. and I noted on that word. I said, "Oh, I like spotted because it can stand for like, oh, I can spot a marten, or it can be a spotted marten. It can be spotted, or you can like, spot a marten." And like one thing that we do kind of pride ourselves with is that we kind of want to spot new talents. So Spotted Marten it is, that's how it kind of came about.
But
Yes.
so you did it, but you did encounter a real life Marten then.
Yeah.
So there was an omen. It was a good luck sign.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah,
Exactly.
and I also like
Ah.
martens. My persona is a stoat or a weasel, so it's kind of
Yes,
like
you told
and
me. I
Yes.
love weasels, so I'm all
And-
for it.
And since you're talking about our mascot basically, so the mascot or the picture you see, like both the channel picture and also the logo we have, it was created by Amy or Soriona, our friend who also does the voices of Briar and Tess.
Yep.
And she basically made the logo and stuff. Like one time I think we were at like at Equestria at the con, and we were like, I'm gonna run around advertising the channel a bit, so maybe we should have at least like a logo or something. And she basically ripped it up there, and it's pretty nice and awesome, I think. And she also drew something which I wanted to show you. It's like the whole Spotted Marten. So he's even wearing a shirt with his own face. I'm not sure if you can see it, but maybe just take it.
Very small.
Maybe we just take it a bit closer to the
Yeah.
camera.
That's
So this
probably
is,
not gonna work, but
Maybe you'll see it, maybe not. But this is
Come closer, Aggie.
I think it's a bit of a delay.
Yeah, that's
but,
fine.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you can post a picture later on our Twitter if you can't see it. But
That's good.
oh, awesome! Yeah, that's made by Soriona.
Right.
Yes.
Orlando
She's an
had a
excellent
question for us.
artist.
Yes.
Orlando had a question for us. That's
Yes.
the next question. All right. Do I read it? Okay, I'm gonna
Sure.
read it. I've got a question for you all that do or did voiceover parts. How do you prepare for your voice recording sessions? About me, I tried preparing, but warming up doesn't really help me that much. I just kind of go up to the microphone and just do the voice for 20 minutes, and then I find a footing. Then I find like a place with the voice that I'm happy with. So that's how I prepare, for lack of a better word.
You get in character, basically.
Yeah. Just I have to be the character for 20 minutes, and then it works itself.
Warm up, yeah, you ease into it. That makes sense.
Yeah. Kind of like that.
I go through the exact same process.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go ahead,
really?
Teddy. Go
Cool.
ahead.
Yeah, for me, so I get super anxious when it comes to recording my own voice because, like a lot of people, I don't like the sound of my own voice. So I just drink unhealthy amounts of Coca-Cola and then start getting into character.
Oh yeah, good point. I like drinking tea beforehand. Tea with honey.
It's good for the throat and vocal cords.
Exactly.
Yes.
It oils cords.
It's always the first thing she does when she comes over. She walks over to the kitchen and puts on the kettle for tea.
Yeah.
Standard thing by now. Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah.
For voice acting, like if I do like a voice myself, I don't really have a preparation routine because I'm mostly focused on the editing and organizing and all of that by now. So I basically just hop in the booth and do it. So yeah.
Yeah, we all have that.
As for the tech stuff, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oops. Oops, we got attacked by
Attack
Mousy.
from above.
Sorry.
It's okay. Mouse is good. I was just surprised.
So, yeah.
Leaping mice around here.
It's called the Plushy Stage. It's not called the Plushy Stage for nothing, because it's
So basically my preparation is setting up the intercom with voice meter and praying that it works, because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I never know why. So yeah, that's my main thing. Starting Cubase, starting voice meter, testing the intercom, starting the interface, and that's it. And then getting all the pages ready and getting my list of pages ready, because I have like a whole Google document detailed a detailed list of which character appears on which page. So once we start recording, we make sure we know all the pages that happen, so we're not like looking for, oh, where is this character and stuff. So that's basically my preparation, just making sure we know where do we need to go next, what do we need to record, and hope that we don't really make sure that we don't forget anything.
Yeah.
And then if you're recording yourself, you just run backwards and forwards between the keyboard and the recording booth.
Actually, when we recorded Anthony for chapter 4, then basically Agatha took my role, and she was operating Cubase and also doing Piper and the other voices to play off of each other. So yeah,
it's always fun to do
so,
that.
and I think it really helped. Like, I think my chapter 4 performance of Anthony is already way better than my other performances. So
I'm glad to hear. Speaking of that,
I was just gonna say for me.
Oh yeah,
No,
It's
sure,
fine.
yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Sorry.
I just didn't want to interrupt.
No, I'm sorry. It's
No, it's
a
fine.
lot of.
No,
Go
you're
go
good.
ahead. Go ahead.
For me, I do warm up a bit. Like but that's the thing. I already just in my day-to-day to entertain myself while I do chores or whatever. I make noises. I'm also autistic, so I assume some part of my brain responds nice to things like, it's what people call stimming, when you just, basically like to just kind of entertain yourself and your brain, basically. That's what I would call it. You might tap on things, or you might play with something, or you might make noises. And for me, it's just sometimes I just like making noises and voices to myself. So I just do in my day-to-day. It's just sometimes I make up weird little jingles or songs on my own, or I just repeat words on different registers to me. Then I turns out that's basically what professional voice actors do for warm-up anyway. It's like different noises and different tones, kind of like just swirling sounds around their mouth, as it were, just things like that, whatever works for you, basically just to start different things with your mouth. And it's like, okay, I guess I just do that as a hobby. So that's just basically the sort of thing I did before recording yesterday, and I think it was fine. Also, I agree with the tea thing, by the way. Hot tea with a little bit of honey is perfect for your throat. You should have that. Also have some water, though. For like general hydration, it can't be beat, but for your throat, yes, the tea.
My internet just doesn't work anymore, so I'm gonna look over.
I also love the tongue twisters. They're always fun.
We did some tongue twisters.
Yes.
I remember. You were better at them than me, for sure. I get really easily.
Yeah, I talk really fast in general, I think. I always have trouble slowing myself down. So
That's me too.
when I do tongue twisters, I guess that helps because I'm used to.
I'm too imprecise is my problem. I'm fast but not precise enough.
It's a trade-off, definitely.
Yeah.
So next question is from someone in the room.
She is a mysterious person.
Do you want to show yourself or not? Okay,
That is
that's
fine.
a definite no. But
she has a good question.
anyway.
You should go ahead and read it.
Okay, a question from an aspiring voice actress, absolutely not sitting in the same room as you. Is there any life hack you want to share with us?
Regarding voice acting, I assume. Yes. Okay. So some sort
And
of trick.
it's from Nikita, who does the voice from Mr. Scott in chapter 4. Just a little spoiler.
She's great. Tell
Yes.
Nikita she's great. Please try it. But yes, do you have a secret sauce or specific tip you want to impart on an aspiring actor?
Life hack for what?
Yeah, acting.
The
Voice
for-
acting.
Voice acting in general.
Jump up and down and do the movements in the voice booth.
Yes, of course. Like, always act with your whole body and not with your voice.
Yeah.
Just helps to be in character. And my thing is, like, as I explained before, it's basically just do it. Like I said, I just started doing it, and then once you start, and I also recruited people to just do it, basically, because
Yeah.
like 99% of people I asked to join never did something like that, and I was like, hey, it's like a fun thing to do together, and if it doesn't work out, then whatever, but we're definitely gonna have fun. And then like I've heard from like at least 5 people by now that they said, oh, I never thought about voice acting, but now since you asked me and we're starting about and tried this, now I want to get into professional voice acting. So there's like at least a few people who actually just they tried it here for the first time, and they were like, yeah, it's so much fun, and they really want to do it, and they really want to try to get professional. So yeah, just do it.
My
basically.
life hack would be probably, try not to focus too much on the character's voice. Like, obviously establish the character for yourself. Like, try to sense what this character is about. Look at other voice references. Look at watch cartoons for this sort of cartoony voice acting. And obviously, you know, establish a voice, but make sure you feel through the character. Like, try to understand what this character is feeling and express this feeling through your voice, and while articulating it in the way that you're used to from the cartoons. That's what made me, you know, it's a process, but it's helped me learn shape the character's voice and really give it life, really give life to the character.
Like focusing on the emotion over just this is the character. Like not feeling confined, you would say, maybe, by the character.
Yeah, I mean, just you can, like, voice actors can also put their own spin on the character that they
100%.
voice. So it's not like, oh, I don't know. I mean, the character that I lent the most, that I like to voice the most, is Piper, obviously, and she's like, I don't know.
I'm proud of myself, and I show it through my voice, and I don't know. You are beneath me, or whatever.
She goes big on her emotions, so
Yeah.
when you say go full on the emotion, Piper is all about that. That's why you do so good with that too.
Oh, thank you.
You just go really like, you know? She is very self-absorbed and very over the top in many ways, and you just really give it that energy.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, that's I think that's really good advice. Focus really on going all in on the feeling.
Also, even the most monotone character should be expressive. Like, just really get it out there.
Yep.
It's your feeling. The feeling needs to be the voice, you know? Kinda
Yep,
like that.
they will still express themselves, maybe in ways that are a bit more subtle, but a monotone character still has feelings.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, that's true.
So she's absolutely right about that.
Yeah.
Don't feel held back.
What about your
Teddy, did you want to say something?
Oh.
Yeah. I think with the, like, you know, getting into character thing as well that was mentioned before is fantastic. I mean, like, I think yesterday was a pretty good example where I had to like gurgle on water at one point for some lines.
That was your idea too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You came up with that. You were like, oh, let me try, and you were just really in the vibe with it, and it ended up working really well. So I agree. Just really get into it. Don't feel silly, or if you feel silly, well then just own it. Just go in on the silly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you have like I mean, what is the most important thing that you learned? Like, cause you're like starting out basically.
You mean Teddy? Yeah.
Yeah, Teddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what is like the thing that helped you the most this acting journey?
I believe it's what Voltia or Manuel or whatever you want to call it said at the start is just do it. I was way too nervous to start, so as soon as he said to me, just do it, then I went into it and I had a lot of fun.
And I already told you about your really, really good.
Yeah, he said I have silly voices and they sound cool, so that was the best start.
Yeah, you really nailed the character archetype. And
Thank you.
Plus, it has also your own personality, so you know that's what I mean with putting your own spin on the character. It's just kind of, it comes from within.
Thank you.
Okay. Do you have a tip?
Other than jumping up and down and doing the action?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, reading everything ahead of the time. So you're not just doing it, you're not just reading off the page, you're kind of getting into the emotion of what the sentence is. And finding the right voice and not putting that voice in a place that is not healthy for you.
Oh, you mean like physically, like straining yourself too hard is not good. No.
Right, exactly. Because Belfry is actually quite high pitched for me, so I have to be very careful about it that I don't run out of steam in the middle of a recording session. Yeah. That's basically all I got.
That's fair.
Yes.
I was thinking this is a good time. Everyone else talking first, giving me time to think about it. My advice would be, addition to what everyone else said, which is good stuff, something that helped me, and I think some people underestimate as a practice factor, read out loud to yourself or someone you like, someone you're close enough with that you're not immediately embarrassed. Because reading out loud, we tend to just have parents do that for kids, or other adults doing it just for kids, and that's it. Do it if you have a cousin, niece, nephew, something like that. Do it for a kid, because kids are really receptive to that sort of thing. You can really play it up, really like come out of your shell a bit. But if you don't have any kids you're friends with or in your family, again, read to a friend or a loved one or something. It can be a book, it can be a comic, it can even be a video game that you might be showing them. Do the voices, because I feel like that's one of those things that we kind of unlearn. As kids, we read out loud until we learn to read silently. And then, obviously, we learn to imagine voices in our mind, which is fine. I do that a lot as well. But I think we kind of lose that expressive part of it because we just end up making everything our standard voice, kind of, right? So I really, really recommend read out loud, even if it's just at first just to yourself. A book you really like, or a story, a short story, an article. I don't care, anything that gets you into that notion of, okay, I'm using my voice to express something. I'm not just communicating on a normal daily level. Anything you like, read it out loud. It's really good practice, actually.
Alright.
1 second. I want to say we have a new guest in the Discord. It's Orlando, who is our music guy. So please, Orlando, if you wanna introduce yourself.
Hi.
And
How you doing? Oh,
he might have a bit of a stream delay because he's just listening on the streams.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Oh, hi,
Hello.
there you
Hello.
are.
Audible?
Yes, we hear you.
All right.
Yes, my name is Orlando, or Roland, how you want to call me, and I'm doing I'm doing this for the first time. I mean, doing music for like a themed thing. I've done music some years so far, but this is the first time I do something for a scene that has really context around it. Yeah, and I did this with together with Agatha. She helped me also with the music. We did this together. I composed a bit, she composed a bit, and also not to forget Walfred and Manuel, who was putting his hand over that whole thing and say what's good or bad, what he disliked or what he liked. Yeah.
It came out fantastic, so the collaboration worked out.
Yes, and just thinking that we basically tucked it in there at the end at this point, and it still was really good. And so for chapter 4 we have some awesome stuff already planned, and I'm sure we're gonna come up with some more great stuff. So yeah, look forward to that. Yeah.
All right. So, wanna move on to the next question? It's by I just lost
Matteo,
it.
I think.
Yeah,
where's my
Matteo.
chat?
If you have already read Two Kinds, I have seen people loving it and some hating it. What do you think of it? I never read it, so I can't say anything.
I also haven't read it.
I have. It's a pretty long running, like old school internet almost. Not old school, but comparatively old school. I think it's been running since the 2000s or something at this point. It might still be ongoing. I read some of it. It wasn't really my thing. Mainly the art style. It's like really anime. In a way, it meshes like anime and furry stuff, which I'm usually very into. But I feel like, at least from just literally my personal taste, this is not a value judgment. Neither the story nor the art grabbed me enough that I was like, oh, I'm going to keep reading this. It's a kind of horny, but not completely, just kind of very anime again, very, very anime tropey kind of story in some ways.
It's a horny art style. I totally, I get it.
And that's fine. I don't have any problems with horny. Just that particular brand of it just didn't appeal to me personally. But I don't hate it. I'm just not like, oh, I'm gonna get up every day in the morning. Oh, Two Kinds.
I just know I saw a lot of horny stuff from it, but I just thought it's like there's like the standard furry thing. Like I didn't know the comic itself was also like that. So.
Yeah, kind of the comic, kind of the artist sometimes drawing like side stuff that is horny, and sometimes the fans. It's a bit of everything. And again, that's valid. It just didn't grab me story wise as a comic, as a creation that I was like, oh, I'm into this.
Okay.
The main thing I was like
you could do a
surprised.
lot worse.
The main thing I was surprised about it was like, oh, it's the it's the brother of Markiplier who does the comic, which was I was like, oh
yeah,
wow,
you told
interesting.
me.
Right, Patrick
Two-
Horton just
two-
said that in chat. It's
Oh,
20
yeah.
years this October. I was right. It started
Oh,
in
damn.
2000, 2003
Yeah,
then. Wow,
yeah.
holy crap.
It was like I'm just a really big Markiplier fan, so that's like the only thing that connects me to it.
That's
But-
fair enough.
But yeah,
Yeah, like
So-
paraphrasally. So
I don't know if anyone in Discord chat read it or has anything to say about Two Kinds.
Probably.
I haven't
I've
read
not-
it.
No.
Okay,
All right. So I want to move on
then
to
let's go on.
Alexander Duncan, who's asking, "How are you guys doing?" Pretty good.
Oh, I'm pretty good, doing pretty good because the stream is going lovely. I think like I wasn't even sure. It's always scary. Like, oh, we're having this big announcement thing, and what if nobody shows up? And then we're like here and like, oh, we're supposed to answer questions, but nobody's here. But yeah, so I'm really glad that like 20 people about like joined and asking
Oh, good.
questions. So
We appreciate
yeah,
it.
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you all for joining. I'm
Yeah.
really happy.
I'm tired but cozy.
How are you? You never say anything.
That's like I prefer to leave other people in the spotlight.
Oh,
Well,
typical.
One thing that I should maybe say is that I'm constantly challenging our director and producer, Mr. Voltaire here, because I'm somewhat of a fanatic who likes to just overdo things, and even quite a while ago when we were like when this was still like a very much like informal hobby thing and like nothing too serious, and I was like, yeah, we could do better. We could use different software. I got a license for Cubase here. You wanna try? And he, yeah. And then after like one session, he had to learn that, and we were using some sort of free video editor before, and I was like, yeah, we could improve video quality. You wanna use some professional grade video editing software? And he was like, yeah, maybe, yeah, we could do better. And I was evaluating. So yeah, I got a license for like DaVinci Resolve here for commercial use. And we did like one session together where
Yeah, we did the intro animation there.
yeah,
right?
that was the intro animation with the particle effect, and with the letters, and we were like he was like doing the thing in the software, and I was like reading the manual next to it, and he was asking, yeah, how do I do that? And I was like, yeah, I have to look. And I was reading the manual and was like, okay, try this and that. And so we did it for one session, and afterwards he had to learn on his own, had to continue.
You're pushing our production value. That's good.
Yeah, and then of course we for Tamberlane in particular, we had to upgrade the audio equipment. We had to use a different microphone because before for Supercell it was like there was not that much dynamic range in the voice acting.
It's like a 40 euro Amazon mic, which we now use the intercom mic and for streaming. Yeah.
It's now for intercom, and actually the microphone that you can see over there on the side of the video, that's actually like almost the same mic that we use for voice acting recording now. And because in Tamberlane there are some pretty soon we got into scenes.
1 second,
We-
I just
we
want
have
to
put it short a
thank.
bit.
Oh, I want to thank you for just
that's
giving us a
me.
€5 super
Yeah,
chat.
I've been wondering if it worked. I tried it.
Okay,
Thank you.
It worked.
thanks for paying us, dude.
She's already a
hug.
patron as well. So.
Obligatory hug. Your time runs out in 10
Yeah.
seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, hug
Okay.
over.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you were saying something.
So with Tamberlane, we pretty soon got into some scenes where that were like really emotional, and people were like screaming really loudly or shouting at each other. And yeah, we did like the first scene like this, and our microphone, it was just clipping, and it was like out of range, and we're like, okay, we can't continue like this because we had to throw away some actually some good takes because the audio was clipped. So after one session, and we were like, okay, nope, gotta change that. And I basically bought a different variant of a microphone that I use for recording a grand piano. That's the one where we recorded the piano music. Yeah? And since this is like a 2-meter long instrument, and if you stick a microphone like under the lid when it's like half open, that gets very loud in there. And since
I'm not sure if people. It's getting a bit long. We have to get to the questions. But it's interesting. But you have to break it into parts.
One thing I want to add. Speaking of the piano music, do you think we want to ask Valfred if he wants to come down and wave into the camera?
I can. Matt, he's usually pretty camera shy. Well, shy of the public, but I see if I can coax him in.
He participated in the music. Yeah.
Yes, he does the piano music. The piano piece for chapter 1, the piano piece for chapter 2, and also for chapter 3. Like all the piano pieces he did.
Yeah, he's also my dad. So.
Okay, and while
nepotism.
He's trying to coax him down, we can go on to questions, right?
Yeah, definitely. Next one is Cam and Hal 047, sorry. And you're asking, have you ever seen the Ghostbusters movies? If yes, which one is your favorite? I only watched the first one and I was a bit confused by it, but all the power to you if that's your thing.
I'm actually not sure if I ever watched a Ghostbusters movie. I mean, the concept seems really fun.
I've seen all of them. I think the first one is really the only one you really need. Like, I don't mind that they tried more later, but I feel like it's one of those franchises that didn't need to be a franchise. Sorry if you like all the sequels a lot. Fair. As you said, power to you. But I thought it was funny, especially at its time. It was a fresh comedy movie at its time, but that was it. I was like, after that, it's like, do you need more? And I watched the others, and every time after I felt like that was okay, but did I need more really? So I don't know. I thought the first one's still pretty solid, but obviously it is a movie of its time, so as with any older comedy movie, you'll go in expecting that, but I think most of it holds up.
Alright.
In the Discord, do we have any big Ghostbusters fans?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to forgetting.
Sorry, I'm a basic movie fan. I enjoyed the first one, but similarly, I didn't really enjoy the sequels all too much.
Yeah, I can remember the first one too.
Orlando, are you the mega Ghostbusters nerd?
I think he's on stream.
He's muted.
Yeah, he's just on the stream, listening on the stream, so it's always a bit of a delay for him.
But sorry.
The question was Ghostbusters.
Are you into Ghostbusters?
Okay.
He's figuring out the Discord stuff, yes.
Sorry.
So, Orlando, I think it's best if you use the Discord audio instead of the stream audio.
Yes, please.
Movies. I like them, but I couldn't tell them apart now. Sorry.
He likes them but can't tell them apart. That's fair enough.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
But here's the important question from Alexander Duncan. Which character in Tamberlane is your favorite?
What question?
That's a quick question. In my opinion, for bonus points, we should name... It's fine if we say the character we voice, but we should name a character... If we say that, we should name a character also who isn't the character we voice. Because I think that's something we have to think about a bit harder, isn't it?
Yes, that's fine.
Yeah, Piper and Kerr are my favorite characters. I like Piper a lot because she is the comedy archetype and she's loud and funny, and I like loud and funny characters. As for Kerr, I really like Kerr because there's something to him, and that totally also might be influenced by yesterday's performance, because our Kerr voice actor is the best.
Razor, right?
Oh, yeah.
Razor killed it.
You've heard him in the trailer probably already, so you know.
Yeah.
He's really good.
So perfect for Kerr, it's almost scary, honestly.
He's consistently this good, like it's not even like it's the 10th take and the 10th take was perfect. It's just like every single take is like
Yeah,
it's
he really
awesome.
nailed that. What
Yes.
would you say if it's
Yeah.
not a character, like, if your favorite character is your voice character, your voice, who else is it?
Yes. I've already said that in the gaming live stream I did together with Teddy. Little ad break
Yes.
slide in there.
Check out Wolf's
World of
YouTube channel.
Warcraft, doing World of Warcraft hardcore. But anyway, my favorite character, and we might put this off a bit because we have another special guest coming in.
Hello.
So
May I present our composer in residence and
there's the camera.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ja, sehr gut.
Hello.
Hello. So
This is Manfred, right?
Walfried.
Walfried. Oh.
Walfried, ja.
Yes.
Walfried.
Ja, was soll ich sagen? Ich freue mich sehr, dass einige meiner Kompositionen ich euer Projekt unterstützen durfte und ich habe auch den Eindruck gehabt, dass das die Zuschauer und Zuhörer irgendwie zum Teil gutiert haben. Es hat ihnen gefallen und das war für mich natürlich ein sehr nettes Erlebnis.
Yes. So he's very happy to help out, and he thinks that the viewers also liked his music, which I also think that. And
I loved it.
yes, and yes, Dankeschön an dich auch. Also,
Ja.
Danke an Walfried.
oh yeah, his music is great, and I think it fit very well to the comic. Yes.
Schön.
Want to move on to your favorite characters?
Yes. All right. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Chat, appreciate Walfried
Thank
for
you.
being awesome.
Ja, ich wünsche euch auch alles Gute für die.
Im Online haben Leute applaudiert.
Ja,
Oh,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
auf einem alten Mann, das ist
Ja,
schön.
doch. Ja. Kommt gut an.
Okay. Viel
Okay.
Spaß noch.
Yes. So that was Walfred, and now back to my favorite characters. And yes, as I said on the other stream already, as my favorite character is Piper, because she's just like really fun and stuff. And then obviously also like Anthony, because Anthony he reminds me a bit of myself. He's a little bit jumpy and like into doing things like correctly, and if something goes wrong, you see, he gets like if he gets a bit stressed out and stuff, and he's like he talks really fast, as you see in that one scene in chapter 1. And so he reminds me of myself, so like Anthony. But yeah, my favorite character is Piper, which is because she's just like a fun character. She's like the comic relief character, and every time she shows up, she just is off the rails doing funny stuff and like making like witty comments and stuff. So that's what I like. And also I like her especially because of Agatha's performance, because she's obviously one of our very best actors.
Thank
And
you.
especially her performance in Piper is just awesome, and just gives the character like this extra thing, like just
Aw.
with the voice, it's just really
yeah,
great.
True.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
It's true. I give a lot to the character.
You give it your all. That's what
Oh
matters.
yes, that's
You give that character your all, which is the important thing.
so. If you sit next to Agatha while she's recording, or not even while she's recording, that's the thing. Like when other people are recording, and she just does like the other characters to like ease the others into it, so they have like the back and forth, and she still gives it her all. Like you know, when your ears hurt because she's has all the power in it, then you know she's doing a good job.
It's
so
true, I did
that's
have
how it
to
is.
turn down the volume on the monitoring when I was recording, because when Piper was yelling things, she went really all in. And I say that's really as a compliment. This is not.
Oh,
It's,
yes.
it's funny,
Yes.
but it's also a compliment because it was really like, holy crap. It's
Oh,
literally just, she's not being recorded. She's just doing this so we have the scene set for us when, Piper's mad at the bullies. And the bullies are mad at her, and a whole bunch of kerfuffling happens, and then they punch each other because they're kids. And it's, I was like, I have to turn this down because she's going all in. It's so good. So
Yeah, I
Agatha
love
is
Lily.
a perfect fit for Piper, because she needs someone who goes all in with the energy. You can't be timid when you're Piper. You just can't.
I think I love that Agatha and Piper are very similar to each other, and
Yeah.
Anthony and Manuel as well.
Kind of.
Little Weedle can, it's great.
It's how it works out, right? Would you say that's also the case for you and Belfry? Would you say you share definitely some kinship?
I think I'm old enough to be Belfry's mother, but other than that, yeah,
She is a mother now, though. See?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I can be clumsy. I can forget oven mitts quite easily.
That's very fair. What about you, Teddy? Well, Teddy, who's your actually, who's your favorite character who's not Belfry then?
No, Jonas. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Maybe Milo.
Oh.
Myra's pretty cool as well.
The cute bird nerd.
All of
Yes.
Yeah, all the nerdiness,
Yeah.
a little bit of shyness. Cute.
He's also one of the characters where the actor was like, oh, I never did it. I'm gonna try it out. Like he sent over a thing like, yeah, maybe this works, and it's like, oh my god, you have exactly the voice that I expected from Milo. It's like Melee Lion. This is awesome from Milo as well.
Teddy, what about you?
Jonas is my favorite character, but obviously that's cheating to say since I'm playing the part. But I think other than that, Belfry would be my favorite because of a stunning performance. I don't know, is it cringe to say that on stream?
No,
I think
it's
it's a stunning performance.
Being nice to people is good and cool. Actually, that's very based. It's very poggers.
Indeed.
Yeah,
I will reach out through the internet and hug you.
Thank you. Not to mention, of course, the design and direction of the character through the comics. I think has been fantastic so far, and I can't wait to see more exciting stuff in chapters 5 and beyond.
Obviously, my favorite character is that one rude guy that yells at Tamberlane at the market. Obviously so well developed and so deep, and I can't wait to see his whole character arc across the
Leon is his name.
Oh, his name's Leon. I didn't even know his name. I just thought rude old man randomly hates child for existing.
Yes, exactly.
Best character. No, obviously no. I was just thinking about it because I'm a silly, but it's really hard to pick a favorite character because they all fulfill such good parts in the story. But I have to say, like, it's sort of like, obviously I like Kira a lot because I like kind of butch girls because I am mostly a girl and mostly butch, so for me it's kind of like that's an energy I can get. So I really vibe with her in some ways, you know, having a rough time sometimes and trying to play it over or just kind of like just be like, nobody gets me anyway. That sort of thing. She is interesting. I like that she gets more emotional depth than I expected at first when I read that chapter for the first time. Thought, okay, she's gonna be one of the silly bullies, that's what it's gonna be, but because Caitlin is so good at developing characters, she's good at playing with tropes but not just leaving it at the tropes. I really like that Kira actually really just shows some depth that she herself has a hard time understanding. Like, she's obviously a little bit ashamed of it after. I mean, in the pages we see after, she's kind of just trying to, you know, play it over, be like, oh no. Actually actually Tamberlane was bad and attacked us and I don't care, blah, you know, that sort of thing. She could have tried to like play it cool when she has a really hard time to do it. I like that. But outside of my character that I voice, actually one of my like secret favorites ended up being Tess and Walter. Because at first I was like, Tess is like, oh, I really don't like pushy parent characters who are just always criticizing. I really don't like that, like parents. But Tess she obviously has her own issues going on. And I like that part of her story in the comic is that she has to realize this is partially on her as well. I really appreciate any sort of story about a problematic parent, I guess. Like a well-meaning but misguided parent who actually realizes I'm in the wrong here. Doesn't just go, oh, but I'm the parent, it means I'm always right. So many stories do that because they have a hard time that's really portraying these conflicts, and I really, really like that Tess doesn't mean well, is in some ways wrong, but in some ways right. And Walt is just really fun. He's just a really, like, I just feel like his, like sort of, like, quiet, but, you know, kind of stern, but really warm dad type. The fact that him and Tess were, like, pit fires, like, what the heck? That's so cool. That was not the backstory I expected for them, but I love it. They're literally just, like, wrestlers, basically, so... No, I really think there's some of my secret, like, deeper favorites. Because Caitlin really gives even the side character. Yeah, well, ringing probably.
Yeah, like
wrestling for love.
Oh, and then I saw your eyes, and I'm like,
But then I was. See, that's what makes it so perfect. That you can tell they've been through everything together, even including fighting each other. Orlando, are you still present?
Sorry?
Yeah, you're weird. Okay, who's your favorite Tamberlane character and why?
Well, there's several characters I like a lot, like Belfry a lot, like Piper a lot, but I would tend to say Oakwood and Briar, if
Nice.
I'm allowed to say two, because I mean several of these characters go through all the emotions, but I kind of enjoyed this journey through all the emotions and the emotional depth of these characters are most. I think I've chapter 3 was, of course, because I made the music, was the chapter I listened to the most of, and I really got into that dialogue in the end emotionally, and wow, it was really an emotional rush for me. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Very
Awesome.
good answers. You have some very different answers. Most Belfry and Pipers have good taste.
The next question is by Apple-Rainbow Derp,
That
which is a very, very good question. And are you guys fans of MLP? If who is your favorite pony?
Horses.
We're all bronies.
We're basically all brownies. Like the thing is,
I was gonna play it up and pretend we don't know what My Little
Oh,
Pony is while we're
sorry.
surrounded by ponies.
too late,
Stop
too
it,
late,
it's
too late.
I'm so sorry.
I just wanted to say because
just fucked. It was a very silly question. When I literally am looking, you can't see all the stuff, but everything here in the room, half of it is My Little Pony, and the other half is Pokemon. So
Yes.
it's plushies, figurines, everything. So ponies, eh?
I just wanted to say this
Fine.
this whole
I was
this
just
whole
feeling
thing
silly.
basically started inside the brownie community because the first, like, after I started doing it completely myself, or the first place I started recruiting is the local Austrian brownie Telegram chat. Yes, that's where we started recruiting people, and so like a really large chunk of the team is brownies, if not like almost all of them basically. Yeah. Some are just furries, let's say, but most of them are brownies. But also we have like a brownie fandom celebrity in here, a bit of it.
Wait.
I wonder who.
Wait, oh. Seriously, for a second I was like, wait, what? Who you were talking about? I genuinely didn't know. I'm not trying to be cute. I really was like, wait, what? All right.
I mean, not a celebrity. You're just like on stage on the largest European brownie convention, so just
I helped start that. Oops.
yeah. So
Yeah, good for you. Go ahead
I don't know if
first.
you want to talk about it.
Oh no, I was.
Talk about horses.
Am I?
If you're okay with, you should
No,
mention
no.
how you got your home voice acting start, because I thought that was adorable.
Oh yeah.
Tell people.
When I was 11, I ended up being starved. For life.
That's what makes it so fun to me, because I'm literally like almost 10 years older than Agatha, so I was like 20 when My Little Pony Franchise Magic was big, but she was literally in the target audience. She was literally a kid, so she showed us like old videos of her literally camcorder filming clips from the show and overdubbing them with her own voices. Not only was it surprisingly good, but it was just so sweet. Like, aw, that's the humble beginnings. I love that. So without Pony, we probably wouldn't have Agatha doing the acting we have now. So
I wouldn't be in the brony community. I would have never met you. I
Exactly.
never would have been here. So I'm glad.
who's
that
your
I'm-
favorite pony?
who's your
Oh yeah, I
favorite
forgot to say, right. So
favorite
Best-
pony.
best horse.
Please. I hope it's a good pony.
well, it's Twilight and Fluttershy, because again, it's like
Fair choice.
those which I could really identify myself with it. That's also the reason why I really got into the show. Like I think one of the first things I saw from MLP was like a clip collection from the episode Putting Your Hoof Down, which like follows Fluttershy and how she's like awkward and can't really deal with people who are nasty to her and stuff like that, and she's like always like yeah. and like I saw that on YouTube and it was like, oh, it's rings so true to me. Like that's exactly how I feel all the time, and it kind of sucks, you know, but it's like something I could really identify with, and so that's it. And also like the art style a lot, and
Yeah, the art style is.
and Twilight is obviously like a nerd, so it's like both those characters, those are my favorites. Yeah.
What about you?
Okay, so the first episode I really like clicked with me. I watched from the start because at the time I was still going through these phases of, oh, if I'm a girl, I have to reject all girly things because I don't like girl has to just mean girly girl. Of course, today I know girly girl is also valid. Just at the time, I was really struggling with this expectation. When you identified as female, you have to be femme and pink and all these things. So I was like, a show about toys for girls. I hated those as a kid. Why should I like it now? Everyone told me it's good, so I watched from the start. It's like, okay, fine. But the first episode really clicked with me. What was, I think, episode 4, which I think is Applejack season, where Applejack insists, nah, I can do it all on my own. I don't need help from anybody. It's like, clearly she does need the help. And I really like that because I have a tendency to just sometimes I promise too much because I'm really enthusiastic about helping, and then I realize I can't do it and I feel ashamed, and it spirals into like, oh crap, I said too much and I shouldn't have. And her being like learning, it's important to be dependable, but to be dependable you also need to be part of a support system. I really appreciate that as a message, and feel like, wow, this show has a bunch of different types of girls in it. They're all very different on the spectrum of gender expression, and they all very different in their problems. Like Applejack runs a business, she has been charge of her family since Granny Smith is the elder, but she's not physically fit anymore to really run things. So just her being like the dependable, but also as a result kind of emotionally withheld kind of horse, because she's like, I can't always just still talk about my feelings. I'm busy,
So Applejack is your favorite?
I really love Applejack, and then it's Sunset Shimmer as well. She's not almost on the same level. I originally thought Equestria Girls was not going to be for me either, but in Sunset Shimmer she has a great arc of being like the rejected pony who makes amends and really grows into her own. Also, she I had the pleasure at Galacon of meeting the director of the first few specials, Katerina Headley, and she did tell me pretty openly that the headcanon of the people working on Equestria Girls was that Sunset Shimmer is bisexual. She even said this on Twitter as well.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, yes, I'm bisexual. She also has a good sense of fashion.
Also, Apple Dash confirmed. Do you like it? I like it.
Yes. It is really funny. This is also something Karina Headley mentioned. The people on Equestria Girls shipped Rarity and Applejack, and the people on the main show shipped Applejack and Rainbow Dash. So everyone on the staff knows Applejack is the best pony, who's also the gayest pony. So
oh yeah,
the most lesbian pony.
Totally, like I don't know. I get the most lesbian vibes from Applejack.
Yeah, she is the just the farmer butch lesbian,
Yeah, exactly. And she wasn't interested even in that Trenderhoof. She
no,
she wasn't even interested in him. I like that,
She just likes the lady ponies, and that's valid.
She
I support you.
Both Rarity and Rainbow Dash. They form a polycule. Yeah.
Anyone? Okay, on the voice before I ramble more about horses. Anyone else in the voice chat like MLP?
I got no clue.
Valid.
That's fair.
I think when I was younger, I was I was very, very much into it, and then I evolved into a furry from that point. Like it was my
that's a natural evolution.
The
I think.
brony to furry pipeline.
Yeah, I mean it happened to me as well.
Look at you all. I was a furry before. It was cool. Seriously, I was a furry first, and then my furry friends told me about MLP.
I mean, Clemens, you could get me my head if you're so nice.
Sure, let's do that while jumping to another question.
Yes.
If you're ready, because we got a lot of questions. I don't want to leave people hanging and have them bored.
Yes, let's go on. Yes.
So let's get on with Patrick Horton.
Yes.
I'm just gonna read it.
Yes.
When Tamberlane comic dub goes on hiatus to allow the comic to add more chapters, are you guys going to do another dub like Twin Dragons, a comic I shared to the main guy in the Discord, or something? So.
Yes, we currently we don't have like a fixed idea of what we're doing next. We're definitely gonna do something, obviously. Like we're not gonna just wait for 2 years and do nothing. Once we're done with chapter 4, because like I said, everyone's having a lot of fun and a good time, so we are excited to keep going with it. So yeah, we're definitely gonna do different comics. We're not 100% sure yet of what we're gonna do, so
Yeah.
we have like a good idea, but
I don't
but
think we
it's
want
not
to
fixed.
spoil it yet.
Yes, we don't want to spoil
Yeah.
it.
All right. So James Tom Sneer 999 asks, I didn't ask, do you like Star Wars and are you big fans of it? I watched the trilogy, the first trilogy back in January, and I liked it. I do get what people see in this. And yeah, I would like to see more of it. I'm not a hyper fan, but I like it.
What about you?
Yeah, I think it's okay. So I'm also like not a hyper fan, and it also depends on what.
Yeah,
That's Chris.
that's the
Pussy.
persona.
But I'm gonna continue with the question.
Yeah,
for
go
now.
ahead. Just keep
So-
it here. Keep it here.
Yes. Yeah. Where was I? Okay. So it's like there's like some parts of it which are really good. Like especially with the series coming out right now. Like some are really good, some are really bad. But like in general, I'm a bit of a hot take, but I like the prequels more than the original trilogy because the original trilogy is like the most basic story you can think of. It's like the cartoonishly evil guys and the cartoonishly good guys, and they just fight, and then at the end it's a big explosion, and that's it. Basically, and then like with the prequels, they have like politics and stuff, and I really like politics, and I also like characters. I also like characters who like change their allegiance basically over the course of some time. It's like gives some depth, and it's like makes it more interesting. I think like gray characters.
My favorite.
So yeah.
My favorite thing that came out from the Star Wars franchise is Star Wars Battlefront. I really like gaming with my boy.
Like shooting things.
It's like you have to work together to defeat the other team.
I know, but I'm just saying, do you like the pew pew or do you prefer wielding the lightsaber?
I don't know. I'm flexible. I probably like the pew pew more, but the thing I like the most is in the ice level. There's the huge machinery that walks on all fours.
Yeah.
And you shoot like a rope at a plane, and you have to rope the legs together.
Yes. That is based on the thing from the movies.
Yes, and that's my favorite thing to do.
It is a lot of fun. Just zoop, zoop, joink.
Yeah.
I'm more Star Trek than Star Wars.
Mm.
The eternal question, I know.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, I like things in both of them. My main problem with both Star Trek and Star Wars now is actually there's too much of it. It's the same thing like with all the Ghostbusters sequels, but so much worse. There are so many shows for Star Wars and Star Trek, so many movies, so many extra things. I'm overwhelmed in a bad way. Like it feels like it's watering everything down so hard. No shade if you enjoy it. Just for me, it's exhausting. It's just like how there's all these Marvel movies, Marvel TV shows, everything. Just help! It's too much.
Aren't there like also 20 different Star Treks? Like I don't follow Star Trek at all, but I have the impression that there's like 20 different universes. Or something.
Yeah, that's the thing with different Star Treks. The older shows are all kind of, how do I say, trying for different things. The new shows are doing that too, but at a much more breakneck pace. There's like 4 concurrent shows currently. I guess Picard just concluded, so whatever. But for me, it's still counts because I barely watched any of Picard. I wasn't as into it. It's just there's too many shows going at the same way. There's Strange New Worlds. You can watch Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks, Prodigy. Picard just concluded, I guess, so you can watch up on that. Discovery. I'm not sure if it's finishing or has finished because I also fell off Discovery. It's just too many. It's too many of them. It's just too many. So both with Star Wars, I like the original trilogy quite a bit. I like the simple charm of it, admittedly. Like you said, it's more simple, that's true. I enjoy the prequels for a very different reason. I enjoy because you can tell George Lucas was like, well, I'm one of the most successful directors on Earth now. I made one of the most money-making franchises on Earth. So nobody's going to tell me no on anything I do. And that's the problem. That's why the prequels are a hot but fascinating mess, in my opinion. Because it's George Lucas's vision, completely unfiltered, almost unedited. You watch behind-the-scenes footage and you feel like people just stare at him whenever he says so because they don't want to say no. They're not exactly scared of him, but they're just like, we can't really say no to George Lucas, can we? So it just... the prequels make some fantastically weird choices. And I will seriously say they're entertaining because at least you say there's a creative vision. The most recent trilogy I actually really overall did not like. because you could tell it was different directors. Struggling for creative control. In the end, there was no overarching vision. Disney confirmed the movies were planned completely independently of each other. So that's why each movie in that trilogy contradicts the previous one.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, I heard that.
It's exhausting. I really wanted to like those movies, but it's exhausting when you can tell there's no creative vision. So I will say the prequels are better than the sequels, because the prequels, for all the flaws they really do have, they're generally creative vision. I can actually say something about them. I can't say anything about the sequels where I'm like, I went out of the theater, but the third one was like...
The secrets are awful, I'm not even... That's why I didn't even mention them.
Somehow Palpatine has returned.
Yeah, like the second movie, I was in the second movie with a friend when I was studying in the US, and after like the first intro scene, I was like, this is the dumbest stuff I've ever seen, and I'm not gonna enjoy it. And it was just in there. Oh my god!
But I will give you before I'm done with my ramble here. I quite enjoyed Star Wars Rogue One because it was doing something different with the story structure of a usual Star Wars movie. The Discord people, you like Star Wars?
Well, I like the original trilogy. Sorry.
Hell yeah.
And I like the prequels too. I quite like anything like Clone Wars related. Like I watch the TV shows. I watch Bad Batch as well.
Mm-hmm.
They're all pretty good. But I'm not a fan of any of the new stuff really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with the first 3 that were made with all the old effects. It's just good.
Yeah, 70s.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can really tell the first movie has a very different feel. The other two, because the other two are the second and the third movie, or the fifth and the sixth part, are probably different directors.
No, it's still George Lucas, but he got a much bigger budget
Okay.
because the first movie was an unexpected success. The first movie was not expected to do much of anything at the time. It was considered this weird space movie he's making. So after then the studio saw like, holy crap, everyone wanted to see this. Then they were like, okay, here's money, make more.
I think I like the I like it.
Orlando, do you like Star Wars?
I did enjoy Star Wars. I'm not a fan. I can't recite anything besides the typical quotes or something. I'm more a Trekkie. I watched all the 90s stuff of the Star Trek series, the Star Trek, the Next Generation, the Voyager, and the Deep Space Nine. I loved them a lot. I didn't love the original series so much. I enjoyed a few episodes here and there.
Valid.
I didn't watch them, like I didn't binge them or anything, but I binged the rest of them. I didn't watch. I can't remember if I watched even half of the movies. I'm more of the series guy.
That's valid. Deep Space Nine is the best one of them, by the way. My hot.
Which one?
Alright.
All right.
Next question.
Let's go on. Yes.
I've stopped talking about sci-fi.
This is gonna be a quick. This is gonna be a quick one because it's like just a random thing. But yeah. Kamenhal 047 asks some reason I got a random question. What will be the reaction of Tamberlane and friends meeting the Doomslayer or the Master Chief?
I don't know. They fight.
People would probably think that Master Chief's weapons or Doomslayer's weapons are really freaking cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it makes loud noises.
Yeah, violence!
Oh yeah. So the question is here, are they antagonists or are they friends? Probably friends because they're like...
Yeah.
Yeah, they just...
Doom Guy, Master Chief. Okay, it's canon that Doom Guy really likes... He has a pet bunny, and the demons kill his pet bunny in the story, so he gets really mad at them and tries to kill all the demons. He literally goes to hell in the original game to protect, like, to avenge his dead bunny. So he likes cute animal creatures. He would, I think, really love, actually, all the Tamberlane characters. Especially if he's, like, really much taller than them, and they're, like, so cute and small, and he's like, oh.
And the thing is, they're both humans, like, so they would be like, oh, that's what Tamberlane is. You're one of Tamberlane's people.
Yeah, but they're wearing heavy armor. You can't see under the armor, so I don't know.
But they're gonna take the armor off at some point, right? They're not just gonna.
It would be
stay in
funnier
their
if they
armor,
don't.
Yeah, if they met, the comic would only last one page. I think we could.
They're gonna be, oh no, they're from abroad or something.
Yeah.
Doomslayer, for instance, never even talks. Silent, so.
Yeah.
He would just want to pet all the cute creatures.
Yeah,
Oh.
good.
The next question is from Vlad, which I think is your friend, right? Okay, yeah, Vladislav is asking, hello from Slovakia.
Hello.
Hello from
Hi.
Austria. Do you keep the bloopers from your recording sessions? If you do, would you release a blooper reel?
Yeah, I mean, we
Yes.
do keep all the bloopers, but we have yet to really start editing it. So,
Yes.
yeah, it's gonna take a while, but it will probably
So-
come because I want to work on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
There are
everyone who's in the team, I can share with you the raw files, and you can like look through it and at some point and find the bloopers.
Yes,
So.
outtakes are good.
Oh yeah, let's do it at some point because doing like a little blooper video that would definitely be fun. Yes.
600 attempts at pronouncing the name Tamberlane.
Yes. Like that. There's a few bloopers which are like really funny. Like I think when whatever. You'll see it when we make a video.
All right,
Uh-oh.
let's keep going because
Yes,
people
yes,
might be getting
let's go,
bored.
let's
Okay,
go.
so Alexander, no, it's fine. It's not that they're getting bored. It's just that
No,
so many
no.
questions, you know.
I ramble too much about sci-fi. I love sci-fi.
It's
Sorry.
alright.
It's great. It's
I don't feel that bad. Don't worry.
all right.
All right, Alexander Duncan asks, "What's your favorite chapter for Tamberlane, and which part of said chapter? Chapter 4, where they fight.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
Agreed.
It's very vague.
But,
so-
yeah,
Okay.
it's very fun. Yeah. But like, I'd say my favorite is chapter 3, just because I've seen like the dubs so much, and chapter 3 is just like the highest score we did so far, and it's like good. So I'd say chapter 3. Like especially the last scene with like the flashback and with Nairobi, I really like that one.
Yep.
So yeah, and also from a story perspective, chapter 3 is really fun.
We really
So,
like our fandoms.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like really all of the stuff because every chapter has moments in it that I really enjoyed. But I will say, obviously I'm biased here, but I think, especially any like some of the later scenes in chapter 4, I'm trying to say how to say this vaguely, but still making it clear people have read it. When chapter 4 at night, I'd say like that. Everything that happens here at night is surprised me and really was gripping, and that really like got me. I also really liked in chapter 3 when Belfry and Tess talk.
Yes.
Talk?
Yeah, in chapter 3.
Scream!
Yeah.
But also
First scream,
Also
then
talk.
talk.
exactly.
What about you? What's your favorite
K.
chapters? Or chapter?
Me?
yeah,
Yes.
start.
Yeah, the screaming. It was so much fun to do. And I think it just brings out both of the characters as well. And you through all the screaming, at some point they actually get together.
Yes.
But I also like the very, very first scene where Belfry's making the cookies and forgetting the oven mitts, because it just sets the character up so well.
Yeah, definitely best character introduction.
Yes, that's a very strong one. Teddy.
Teddy, what about you?
I like chapter 4.
Yeah.
Totally not biased.
Yeah.
It has my favorite character in it, so I can't complain.
I get it.
Belfry isn't everything. That doesn't count.
Oh well, that and Jonas. Jonas is in chapter 4. Well, the whole
I
gang
know.
actually. Jonas, Kira, Kurt, all three of them, the coolest.
Tunnel snakes rule. as they say.
Bully gang.
Bully gang.
Hashtag bully gang. Alright, Gina Valdez, okay.
Orlando, what about you?
Oh, sorry, dude.
Yes.
It's too hard to decide for me.
Fair.
I like chapter 4 a lot because it's stuck in my mind the very latest. I have to think about that. I have to read it all again and then I tell you. Maybe.
Alright. Alright, then make sure you tell us later. Because Gina Valdez has a question asking, does the cast hang out together outside of recording by either meeting in person or playing games online together or other social events? Yeah, we
Yes.
hang out together. We are friends. That's how we started out.
Yes.
Yeah.
like brownie events, fairy events,
Yep.
and just not casual meeting up, you know.
Yeah,
The
whenever.
The people in the Vienna area, of course, have the biggest advantage here, and it's sad that I can't just. The teleporters haven't been invented yet, so I have to take the train to come here. So But yes, hanging out is nice. I mean, I met you at a pony convention in Prague. So, hey, Czechwestra, if anyone from those are going to be watching Czechwestra, people are cool. Czechwestra is a great convention. Go to Czechwestra.
Oh, yes.
But so like I would say hanging out, yes, definitely, because I think, I mean, obviously not every professional job you're ever going to have is you're going to be friends with everybody. But since we're not, there's not like a big studio that's paying us to do this and puts us on a schedule, I think the fact that we have good vibes with each other at the very least, like very solid vibes, is so important. So I'm really enjoying that everyone's been really lovely to hang with. I've just been the imported person.
Imported person?
Yeah, from Germany, Deutschland.
Made in Germany.
Schland.
Yes. Just gonna say, hosting you and Yoshi was a lot of fun.
Yes.
And I hope we'll get like some other roles for you in the new comic, so you can come over again.
See, this is a good incentive if they're your friends, and if they want to hang out with you, and they want to incentivize you to come, then they're going to cast you in more stuff. It's
Nepotism.
Life hack. Nepotism.
Yeah. And so what we did, we also watched a movie together like 2 days ago, which is a
it was so
really
good.
fun movie.
We watched a Bollywood movie. It was a good time.
Yeah, it's called RRR.
It's on Netflix. Watch it. It's really, really good.
Yes,
it's
recommendation is out
3
there.
hours long, but it's worth it.
Yes.
Really?
Right.
Wow. I last week I accidentally watched a 4-hour vampire soft porn with my parents.
Oh my god, right?
The last part of that sentence makes it so much worse.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Do you
what
know?
happened?
You told us that story, yeah,
Yeah.
but not obviously
Yeah.
the people on the street
Yeah,
didn't know.
No.
Oh goodness. But the social thing, by the way, maybe we want to hint that, for the future, we've definitely been tossing some ideas around on how we could maybe combine some of our social fun with maybe some in-character Tamberlane fun.
Yes, we will play Amogus.
Oh yes, it's like a small plan for now to do like maybe more often like gaming streams on the channel as well, just
like
to
once in a while.
keep like the stuff going, because obviously we take a lot of time with the dubs themselves. It takes us like half a year to get like out one episode. Especially chapter 4 is gonna take a while because it's like twice the length of chapter 3, so it's gonna be like 2 hours, so it takes a while. So that we can produce some extra content, we might just do some fun gaming content.
Do a special stream
Yes,
once in a while.
maybe
like that.
and maybe we thought about doing like an Among Us stream, but in character, so everybody does their own character and plays it like that. So I think most of us haven't even played it once. At least I haven't played it, and I know.
I played it a lot.
I played it a lot.
I played it a lot too.
Okay.
That doesn't mean I'm
I was
good at
totally
it.
lying. That means but
It doesn't mean I'm good at it. It's because every group has a different dynamic if you're discussing on voice chat. And obviously, like, while you're doing the task, like during the normal gameplay, everyone's muted. You only get to talk to each other when you're doing the meetings.
yes.
When the characters meet. So, and obviously characters who are dead can't speak either. So the big chaos will be, as long as Piper's alive. What do we do when Piper's alive?
So that's the good thing
Because she as a detective is going to be very intense.
The good thing with like social deduction games is if you have no idea at all, you always have a good alibi, because you can say, if somebody says you're sus, then you can just say, oh sorry, I just said that because I don't know the game or something like that.
Oh,
So
that only works once though.
Yeah, it works like probably a few times, but then it's like at some point you're gonna get to it, but it's like a small advantage to get like the newbies on board.
Oh, I will be throwing out so
yeah.
many sussy people out there.
Okay,
Pepper's just gonna randomly accuse literally anybody she can make something up about, whether she's seen something or not.
Oh yeah. I want you to go to the vents! You were sus! You were the imposter!
That's gonna happen.
Yes, it's gonna be a lot of fun, especially if that ends up making the imposters want to get her first. Or if she ends up being the imposter, I think that's gonna be even funnier.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's gonna think Piper is the imposter, and I think everyone's gonna end up throwing Piper out. So, and even when she's not the imposter, everyone's just gonna instantly throw her out because she's annoying everybody.
It's gonna be a fantastic time again.
Yeah.
I can immediately picture her as being like the super
Okay.
detective who then gets pouty when she gets thrown out again. But I was actually right!
I was right. I want to keep playing. You guys are no fun.
So Patrick Cotton said he asked the question 20 minutes ago and we didn't answer. Oh, but
Which
we already
question was
answered. That was about which comic are we gonna do next?
Yeah,
But we
talked
already
about
did it.
that,
Yeah. I mean, it might be that we're just so slow that when he asked,
sorry, but
when
we
he
also
asked
just
that,
didn't say
then-
any specific comics. That's
Yes.
the thing. We've kind of looked into it. There's different options for us.
So if you asked it before we did, sorry, we know we are slow, but we take your time with the questions.
Yeah. So,
But we answered it now.
I mean, I'm only seeing like a discussion right now.
Yeah, there's
Yes,
some more
I'm
questions.
Now,
getting
Patrick
through it.
Horton says, what jobs do you think Tamberlane and the kids will have when they grow up and not shipped off to abroad?
Sinister implication. You think that would happen?
Okay, let's go through the characters, right? So, what do you think about Tamberlane? Is she maybe too small to really? But
Yeah.
she's very like sociable.
That's very like she stands up for people.
Justice.
I could see her actually wanting to be a teacher.
Yeah.
Like really guide kids the way she was guided. Help
Yeah,
other
true.
creatures. She really likes helping creatures, making sure.
Yeah,
that they
helping
truly-
is a big thing.
Mm.
So I just want to interject because I see Carrie is in the chat.
Yeah. Hi, Carrie.
So Carrie, if by any chance you want to join us, you can join in the Discord. So just if you want to join us, just go in the streaming lobby in Discord, and we can pull you in if you want to join us. If not, that's fine as well. But just
Yeah.
would be great to have you.
Oakwood is going to join us in a couple of minutes.
Nice.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
Let's talk to the grouchy old man.
Also, just real quick, Orlando is saying he has to leave in about 15 minutes. So I would say we
Okay.
should give preference if anyone now has questions about the music.
Yes.
That you give maybe preference, like priority to that before he has to leave. You always might Valfried briefly. He was very pleased that you all love his contributions to with the piano a lot. But Orlando is still here, so you can ask him about some of the stuff. Highly recommend that. Otherwise, I'm gonna ask him something. Nobody asks anything. I will ask him.
And let's as a filler, conversation filler, what jobs do we think?
Yeah, keep continuing with the
Tamberlane
jobs
kids
thing.
would
What
have?
people think of cool music questions.
Yeah, we're gonna keep. If you ask a music question, we'll be reading that. We will be pausing our discussion and answering your
Yep.
question. All right.
Yeah.
So, with Tamberlane, helping is a big part. Kay said, and I definitely agree. Something humanitarian, something humanities.
Yes. She
or
also knows
creatures.
sign language, so she could help people with like disabilities or stuff. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Could be,
that's what I'm
like,
thinking. They
yeah.
don't have a dedicated kindergarten. That's why I'm like be able to sign to kids who are shy or
Yeah.
having a hard time communicating.
Yeah, just like
He's so inclusive.
she'd be. But I think one character where I'm pretty sure about the job is Anthony, because Anthony likes rocks.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
so he's gonna make a great geologist, or anything for that matter, or like studying rocks and architecture maybe even, because he was like really excited about Valley Bluffs, which is like a historical monument or something, right?
I was busy setting up streaming stuff, so.
Oh, setting up streaming stuff.
Yes.
Alright, okay.
But yeah, a geologist for Anthony, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I like agree with that. He's just so happy with his rocks, and that's very valid. You know what?
Like rocks. Or a rock farmer, Apple Dash Rainbow Derp says.
Yeah, isn't that what a geologist is in Pony World, basically?
Yeah.
A rock farmer?
Yeah, Maud Pie would be Anthony's best friend. You know,
Yeah,
Maud.
Maud is so good.
I love Maud.
But what would Piper's job be?
Oh, that is what I've been actually thinking about for quite a long time. I mean, she gets quite excited about ghost hunting, so I mean, she would have
Sorry
a
to
failed...
interrupt real
Oh,
quick
yeah.
because we're gonna get 2 new guests soon. Yes, I'm gonna pull them into the call.
All good?
But there's so many pop-ups everywhere. So where does it go? Let's move to.
Oh, hi. Is there
Hello.
anyone there?
I think it's so we now have 2 new guests. It's Carrie, who does the voice of Kelly,
Yeah!
and Avery,
Hi,
and we
Carrie.
have the voice of Oakwood as well.
Hi, Lumi.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, it's so lovely to meet you both. I haven't had the pleasure with you before yet either.
I'm over here in the States, and so it's kind of hard for me to join sometimes, in live, especially in Vienna. Hopefully to get over there someday, though.
Oh, even
Oh,
as a
yeah.
voice chat, we haven't really had the pleasure much, so I'm really glad we get to talk.
True.
So how are you doing? What's going on with you today?
Maybe you want to introduce yourself, right? So
Oh yeah,
do a
sure.
quick introduction.
who do we ask first?
Carrie, go ahead.
yeah.
Carrie, go. Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
shoot.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, my name is Carrie, Voices Carrie. I'm over here in the southern United States. I get to play Callie Teacher and Avery Taylor, and I enjoy this. I've read Tamberlane for many, many years and just been a huge fan of it. And here in the States, I work for the public broadcasting system, the PBS stations.
Nice.
So I do voices and do voiceover for them and cartoon voices and all sorts of good stuff like that. So, and was glad when Agatha and Voltaire reached out to me to be a part of this project, to actually just see it and see if I liked it, and I did. So yeah.
Oh, I'm really glad.
Oh yeah, it's awesome having you, because you already worked on like a dub thing for it that somebody planned to do earlier, and that never went anywhere. So I think you were really happy.
Ready.
You were really happy that there's another opportunity came up, right?
Right. We have Lumi.
Same
right?
here.
Yes.
Lumi, say hi.
Yeah, hello.
Introduce yourself a bit for the audience.
Yeah, well, I'm Thomas. I live in Vienna with my lovely wife, Steel Queen, who does Belfry.
Power couple.
Yeah, power couple. Oh, that's sweet. I was approached by Voltaire a while ago while he was doing the Supercell fan dub, which was a very different affair at the time. Well, since then we had a productive relationship regarding voices. So yeah, I was a freelance copy editor and copywriter for 10 years, and I'm now training to be a train driver.
A train driver.
Nice.
Okay.
Yes.
You like trains?
Yeah, I think I like them well enough. I mean, it's not a nerdy relationship like many train drivers have, but it's a very interesting job. Purely professional. I think it's fascinating. They're fascinating machines, but also very terrifying. And I'm quite interested in where this is going to lead me.
Nice.
Because it's super hard and many exams and many hundreds of thousands of pages to learn. So it's
We're rooting for you.
Oh yeah.
Hey, guys,
Awesome having you.
I don't want to interrupt, but there's one more question for Orlando before.
Yes, I was gonna say yes.
Yeah, I was about to say that because it was my question.
Yes, okay.
And it was cheeky, but I really wanted to ask her.
So you can ask it in person.
Yes, Orlando, this person who is totally not me, asks, what are your biggest music composing inspirations?
There is
a bit louder, maybe.
Oh, sorry.
A little bit hard to hear.
Quiet. Yeah, I'm my biggest composing inspirations. I like John Williams. No, there's a lot, and a lot of small composers. That I'm not listening to all the big composers. Of course, they are great, but I listen to so much a variety of music that it's hard to name it. I have a really bad memory for names.
That's fair, me too.
There's a lot of Japanese game composers that I like a lot, and I don't know. I'm really bad with this.
No, it's fine.
From the top of my head, but yeah, there's quite a lot, and there's also my guitar teacher who influenced me, and he's a great guy, and yeah, that's. I don't have a very specific and satisfying answer for this. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I appreciate to hear that you are like inspired by very different styles of composing.
Yes, I am.
Like John Williams and Japanese video game soundtracks come from some very different spaces, but they're both very, very good. So I like that.
Yeah, they all have their very how to say that. They're all very interesting in their own ways. Yeah. You can all every piece of music, or many pieces of music, I can learn a lot and learn different things and different perspectives on perspectives on music, I say. Yeah.
Nice, thank you.
I just wanted to say that James Fromm made a comment. Wait, are you the music composer? That means you might be the Danny DeVito guy from earlier.
Valfrid was compared to Danny DeVito.
Yeah,
that's two different people, right? So Valfrid did the piano pieces, and Orlando did everything else except the title, the credits music, which is a thing from Meta Joker.
Meta Joker's great.
Who did that independently?
Yeah, that's it's the Milo theme. I think that's the chronologically the first one. By the way, a scene that I liked very much was the bar scene where I did the electric guitar and stuff.
Oh yeah, I loved it.
I like working on the scene. It probably wasn't my favorite scene from the emotional standpoint because I really value the emotion of a scene and that's what catches me. But working on that scene was really fun, and also did the tag. In my introduction, I forgot I did one voice in chapter 3 that was tag the gender diverse. Is that the correct term? Gender diverse character.
Yeah.
Non-binary. I think.
Non-binary. Thank you. Non-binary character with the piercings and from. I don't want to spoil anything anymore. So enough of that. Enough of the story.
Oh, I guess it's up, so you feel free to spoil anything. But yeah.
From chapter 3, right?
Yeah, chapter 3
will
is up.
recognize it when they see it or hear it or read it.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Maffeo has a question that is
Maffeo?
About.
Yes, I was gonna talk about that.
I answered it in the chat.
Yeah, I still wanna
Just
answer
briefly
it.
mention. Okay.
I'm just looking for it in the chat because I'm.
Sorry, I didn't see you answering the chat.
Looking for the answer. Wait, just hold on 1 second.
Well, he just asked.
Yes, is there a way to buy this belfry blanket we see in the background, which is actually the chapter 2 cover as a blanket? And yes, you can actually buy it where Clemens bought it. It's you can get it on the Tamberlane fan shop, which is. I'm not sure about the URL right now, but if you go on the Tamberlane website, tamberlanecomic.com, I'm sure it's linked there. So there's a shop link. You press on shop and then you can buy this. But let's make a bit of an ad for Caitlin. On Tuesday evening, our time, Tuesday, I think it's 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Good idea.
She's gonna start. She and the co-writer Ari, who also did the music, he's Meta Joker. They're gonna start a Kickstarter for the printing of chapter 4. And for the printing of an omnibus, which is basically like the one hardcover book for all of chapter 1 to chapter 4. It's like a really big book, and it's gonna be amazing with bonus content and everything. So if you guys like the comic, if you like the dub or the comic itself, especially, then make sure to support the Kickstarter from Caitlin on Tuesday.
Is on tamberlanecomic.com. It's a nice rainbow letters. You can't miss it.
Yes, tamberlanecomic.com. You get the shop where you can buy this, or you go to the Kickstarter and support it. And it starts on Tuesday. Yes.
All right. How about we continue with the job? What job is the Tamberlane?
Good point. Yeah, I still like. I'm still musing on that. To be honest.
Yeah, I'm also stewing especially on what Piper would do, because I kind of think she would have a failed career as a paranormal investigator at some point, and I don't know. She also for some reason took an interest to Avery's romance novels, because. Avery is Piper's mother, right? And Avery's very romantic interests.
I hit the microphone. I hope that wasn't loud.
Yeah, whatever. So, Carrie, you voice Avery, so you probably know that. Oh, actually, I'm not sure. It was in a bonus content. Avery has like romance novels. Has an affinity for them, and in chapter 4 it's kind of hinted towards Piper picking up one of her romance novels and reading them. So I don't know, Piper must have some sort of interest in reading. Not sure.
Yeah, she may do that. Is that from like her saying, oh dear person, please visit my mummy's cart, and her in the festival, come visit her stand, and is that where she probably has the affinity for the romance novels, or?
Oh, not that. There
fancy
was some,
language.
bonus content with Avery and Isaiah. They have sort of a romance going on, and Avery's uses very flowery language, and she always mentions that she does reading, so she likes reading. Piper probably
okay.
that up.
Probably so. I mean, who didn't sneak into their parents' stack of books and try to see what they were reading?
Exactly.
Yes.
The grown-up things that you're not supposed to read, that kind of stuff.
Exactly. And it's like in chapter 4, Piper goes on about,
oh, their love story was, it was torrid and passionate, you know.
So, why would Piper know that? She's just like, citing.
Yeah.
She's like really getting hooked on the energy of something, but she doesn't get it yet. So
True.
Yeah,
She knows the words.
Oh, she's gonna become a pulpy, like, adventure/romance author.
Oh,
these
that would be
really,
awesome.
these really over the top, like, dashing rogue stories with big romance and big drama.
Right?
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Yes, but
Talking about Piper, right?
yes,
Yeah.
Yes.
Piper. That's my hypothesis. She's gonna write just these really over the top, really action heavy and racy novels, and she's gonna be a big hit among all creatures.
She's already
far-
trying with
far and
some of the
wide.
ghost stories, but kind of misses the boat. But maybe she'll get better as she grows up.
Paranormal romances. Paranormal romances,
Wow.
Bella.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it's
Mixed genres.
a small teaser for chapter 4 again.
Yeah.
Kiss. I kissed the ghost and I liked it.
That's the first breakout hit.
I kissed the ghoul and I liked it. Yes.
Hey,
Yeah, so agree. Maybe failed paranormal investigator turned writer.
Yeah, I love that.
All right. So, right.
We're still thinking about jobs.
Yeah, about jobs. Patrick Horton pushed the question in the chat, and he said, "What about Marie, the fox boy she crushes on? Oh, you mean Parsley? Marie, Parsley, Kerr, Kira, and etc. for the job question. Let's start with Marie, right? What do you think about?
I have no idea.
You don't know.
No, I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah.
Before you all carry on, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to vamoose for now. However, if you're planning to do a little reveal later, I have sent Voltaire and Agatha both a little snippet of what I've got.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Yes,
do we have to leave right now, or can we do the thing? Like 5 minutes.
Unfortunately, I have to leave right now. So.
Oh, okay.
Real quick
Sorry.
answer: What Jonas do as a grown up?
Yeah.
Pardon, sorry.
Really quick fire before you leave. What would Jonas do as a grown up as a job?
My guess.
First thing that comes to mind.
He'd maybe work at the library. That's my guess.
There you go.
Okay.
Perfect.
There you go. Yes.
All right.
It was lovely having you, Teddy.
Yeah, thank you
Thank
so
you very
much.
much.
Oh yeah, thank you so much.
Have a good one.
I hope you have a
It was
great
great recording. You're awesome, and we'll see you in the next stream for sure.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, see you all later. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, bye.
Take care,
Bye.
Teddy.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Sorry, I kind of interrupted. Let's just kind of go over whatever character comes to mind for you.
Maybe we should ask the people in the Discord first about their character.
Oh, what about?
But what each
their-
person
So
thinks
Kay-
their own
Carrie-
characters
Carrie and
do-
Lumi
would
there.
do.
Oh, well.
I mean, but they're not the kids, right? They're not kids. They have a job already. So.
Lumi is Oakwood is a librarian. Avery
Yes.
is a tailor. And Jonas is
But alternate careers, a different timeline.
alternate careers. What different? Okay, so
Different timeline.
yeah, I'm not sure where to start. Yeah, what alternate careers would Belfry and Oakwood have?
Who wants to start?
I'm gonna answer for Oakwood because I think he would be a scientist.
Hmm. Yeah.
Obviously, yes, biologist.
Mm-hmm.
He definitely seems to lean that way, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
even a hobbyist, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes,
Imagine
well,
if he going full professor. That would be fun.
Yeah. You would probably think he's too old for that, though, but I guess.
So Belfry. What about Belfry? What would Belfry do if she wasn't a sort of a baker / full-time mom?
Daydreaming artist.
Daydreaming?
Artist.
Artist, yeah.
Like
of
a
course.
painter?
Yeah, I'm thinking more physical. I was thinking dancing, but I think she's too clumsy for dancing. Like she would have ambitions in dancing, but not really be very good at it.
Experimental dancing.
Yeah.
Yes. Performance interpretation.
Yeah. All right.
And what about Avery? What if she wasn't a tailor? What would Avery do instead?
Let's see. Child psychologist, probably.
Yes.
That's not a bad
Yes.
call, actually.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Just from keeping Piper at bay, it's like
She learned a lot.
overqualified. Oh, yeah.
She has learned on the job.
Oh,
for
yeah.
true.
For sure.
I think she could also be a gardener.
Oh yeah, she does have a lot of flowers, and
Yeah.
I could see that.
Because when you look at the Tamberlane cast profile for Avery, it says like, oh, she likes playing with her kids in the mud and doing her and upkeeping her garden and stuff. So maybe a gardener. I think she has like the feels kind of appropriate for, but I guess like tailoring is.
True.
I really do like this. Just
Yeah, me
imagine.
too.
Just imagine.
You go, okay, settle down, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Tell me about your feelings. Tell me what's going on.
Exactly.
Not easily.
Because she also
fazed.
tries to work out the difference between Belfry and Tess. It's like, now that's not the Tess that I really know. That kind of thing.
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe.
You're totally right.
Very emotionally sensitive, that's for sure.
Yeah.
She's very. Yeah, she knows what's up.
But I can answer for Kira. She would absolutely become a pit fighter.
Yeah. Oh yes.
The job where you don't have to be super social. You can really just go in. She seems to feel most comfortable when she can really just get physical with things. So I'm saying she will aspire to what Walter and Tess did before and becomes a pit fighter.
That really would suit.
I would love that.
She's a brute.
Yeah, and she can really channel her like big energy into it in a good way where it's like allowed, where you're allowed to go haywire. That's why I think that's my idea, my vibe.
So Kara, you also do Callie. What other job could you imagine for Callie if she wasn't already a teacher?
That's a harder one. She does enjoy teaching. She enjoys answering questions. Maybe like a tour guide.
Tour guide.
Oh, so educational still, but not in a classroom setting.
Yes, yeah. Not for just children, also for adults and tourists.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
But they would never go to abroad. Can't even talk about it. No.
Silver Sage is plenty pretty.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Silver Sage has so much to offer.
Yeah, you don't have to look at anything else.
Oh.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that Callie would enjoy traveling. Like I feel like she's kind of I wouldn't say I don't know. I think she would like travel to like calm down. I don't know. That's what she kind of strikes me.
Makes sense too. Kind of get away from, like, she doesn't like just doing the everyday stuff. She likes to do stuff that's a little bit out of the norm. Different, learning the roots and stuff like that. But that's just what she talked about in the beginning of this chapter. So
Yeah, true. Going back to the roots, that'd be interesting.
So what about Ainsley? The scavenger right now? Or they are a scavenger?
Oh, Ainsley. So, did you say already? I was the one who did Ainsley.
Yeah, I think we didn't even mention it yet. So yeah.
It's a bit of a started a bit of a tradition because I seem to do like the very first line from every comic that we try, and the character never turns up again later. So it's but Ainsley. I mean, I liked him because I think he's somewhat of a nerd, and with all the stuff he's collecting, seems like he's, I don't know. I think he's collecting like more like mechanical.
He's a scavenger.
Yeah, but he's not scavenging as in like collecting stuff that grows in the woods or so. But
no, but like left behind stuff basically.
Yeah, and as a kid, I like to build things, and I often make use of everything that I find anywhere, and stuff that was expensive if you bought it new. I picked it up if someone threw it away, and then
Don't you think
made it into something?
Maybe, yeah, exactly, some sort of engineering, maybe.
Yeah, so I always so
Yeah.
from Ainsley I got some I definitely got some engineering vibes, because I implicitly thought, okay, so scavenger, he's collecting stuff that other people built and fell into disrepair and people didn't need anymore. What's he doing with it? I mean, if you just pick stuff up and then just gonna sell it somewhere, you're not gonna make too much of that. And how do you know if stuff is worth scavenging, or if you just leave it? How do you know? How do you decide what to take and what to leave? So yeah, I thought he definitely had some sort of engineering qualifications, or had some intuition for that. And so yeah, so I could definitely see him, as a civil engineer maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like this bridge built by Ainsley.
Wow,
maybe they turn out to be just surprisingly good at it. Really has a fresh eye on things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the last question we got, and I think we might start getting too close then, is by Kamenhal or for 7, which is like, what are your guys' favorite Chuck Norris jokes?
What? Chuck
Norris jokes.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
This was before her time.
I mean, I do know Chuck Norris. I
Oh,
do
no.
know. It's not like I'm not cultured or anything. Don't treat me like I'm some sort of baby.
Sorry.
Or...
No, it's just in all seriousness, those jokes were like a hip when I was like 14. So I'm like,
yeah, I know them from like high school 9-gag days.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's why I was thinking like does Aggie even know Chuck Norris?
The thing is, I
didn't know if they were still relevant. I haven't heard anyone make them in years.
The thing is, I don't really remember much of the Chuck Norris thing, so I guess maybe it's like the thing with like, combining it with the Nokia thing and what would happen if Chuck Norris punched the Nokia and stuff like that. That's like the only thing I could think of, even like otherwise I don't.
That you're gonna Google Chuck Norris jokes and look up my favorite one.
Because
I don't remember.
Let's just say the first one we see is the one.
No.
In technology, they are still relevant, because I remember like 2 years ago, in the company chat, someone posting a Chuck Norris joke, because I think we were talking about server cabinets, and some of them are like rated for 1.5 tons of load, and so we were like after assembling them, we were doing like physical exercise in them and climbing on top of these. And there was some Chuck Norris joke involved there, like, but I don't remember it anymore.
And just as a quick thing, since I didn't see any more questions, if we missed anything, restate it now, because otherwise we're gonna miss it.
We're gonna probably should start wrapping up. We've been here for like 2 hours.
Yeah, we're gonna start wrapping up.
Yes,
already,
I'm really I don't want to leave, but I'm just famished. So I will just say a Chuck Norris joke.
Then okay, Chuck Norris. Yes.
Some people wear Superman pajamas. Superman wears Chuck Norris pajamas.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I like that one because it's very silly. Maybe you find one you really like. That's how you can tell people are running out of like the really cool questions, because now we're being asked about ancient memes. you're valid for asking it. I'm just saying it's definitely a silly question.
Yeah. So for us, it's the Chuck Norris jokes, but in the Tamberlane universe, would it be like, I don't know, would it be Tess jokes because she's like pit fighter? Yeah.
Okay, let me. Oh no, they're German. So let me quickly translate this.
That's the first thing I thought. Google immediately suggested when I entered Chuck, it was like Chuck Norris Witze. Would you like? Would you like? So I was like, fine, I'll click on it. I won't translate.
What's Sensenmann in English again?
The Grim Reaper?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The Grim Reaper is dreading the day when Chuck Norris shows up at his door.
Okay, I like that. That's good.
That's cool.
Because who comes to a Grim Reaper? It's Chuck Norris.
Yeah,
We got a question.
That has some final vibes to it.
Okay.
We got a question.
But this is really the final one.
Yeah, let's do a final question by Cam.
And then we have some announcements.
Yeah.
And maybe a question for you and some announcements.
Yeah, and at the end we'll do an announcement, but now we're gonna answer a question.
Yes.
Okay.
Final question.
Okay. Is it morally okay? Do you have thoughts of hitting Piper with a baseball bat?
It says paper.
I think they mean Piper because...
Okay, they mean Piper. Okay.
Yeah, okay. I don't know, like...
No.
I mean, sometimes in a sense of, like, donk.
Very lightly.
Yeah.
Bonk.
Ow!
She deserves a bonk, but please do not actually hit her. She is literally a child. Even annoying children are still children. Please do not hit them in earnest with a baseball bat. But she would deserve the occasional little bonk, like a gentle bonk, like Piper.
Yeah.
You know, not like actually being hit, but just it's like similar in Avery. You know, just is like.
Oh yeah, let's do like a little thing.
Don't eat the actors.
Avery's right here. Remember, you have your mom right here, Piper.
Don't eat the actors. Don't bonk the characters.
Oh yes.
Child, you know.
You can't tell me what to do, Mom.
She'll grow up. Only if she bonks you first. That's what I say.
Okay, see, there's your mom's verdict.
Yeah.
You can. It's okay to hit you with a baseball bat if you started it.
Yes.
I would take it because I'm so noble and you know.
Of course.
Hard-headed? Is that what you're trying to say? Hard-headed?
Yes, I am actually hard-headed. Let me tell you, because I have a literal ceramic oven in my room, okay? And when I was a kid, I would like jump up and down and like throw my plushies everywhere or whatever. and at one point I was like directly under a tile of the ceramic oven, and I jumped up so hard that it dislocated the ceramic oven.
Oh god!
Oh,
in your skull?
My head was fine.
You have strong
My
head.
head was fine.
Oh god!
The oven, however, has yet to breathe again.
It sounds like a Piper thing to do.
Yeah, that sounds like a Piper moment.
You should
yes.
let Caitlin know about this. She needs to know.
What?
No.
She needs to know that Piper could hit her head on a ceramic oven and it would come out fine and the oven would get
Oh yeah, that's a Chuck Norris joke. Piper would hit her head on the ceramic oven and the ceramic oven would get broken.
I actually sent her the link to the stream, but she has D&D right now. That's why she couldn't join. But she might see the WOD later. Who knows? Otherwise, you can tell her. Let her know. Yes.
But I think that is a good final question. A good final image for people to think of is Piper just having such a thick, powerful skull that just obliterates everything.
Bonk.
Yeah.
That didn't do anything to me. I have felt harder materials than this.
So.
Okay, that sounded weirdly inappropriate. I'm sorry.
No!
It's getting late.
Are we going to announcements?
Yes. Announcements.
Yes. So one quick announcement is that, and one question, just because I'm interested. We are thinking about doing making a public Discord channel, because at the moment we have only our own Discord server to set up the recordings and everything.
Yep.
But we might do might make a public one for everyone can join. So like community, you guys can join, ask us questions outside of streams, and just like hang out and chat with the actors and everything. So we're thinking about doing that, or we're pretty sure we're gonna do that. It's just a matter of setting it up and everything now. And I just wanted to ask, like, what do you think about it? Are you excited to join, or
would you try?
Would you like
to
join if we do that?
Would you not be?
Yes, just say it in the chat.
Or maybe we can later set up a community post with the Possibly.
Right, people can vote, right?
Yeah,
Comment.
people can vote.
I mean, I wouldn't really set up a vote because we're gonna do it anyway. So,
yeah, sure, but just how many people would be interested to join?
yeah.
Just...
I mean, we're gonna have a meeting about how we're gonna approach this anyway, and then we
Okay.
can also do that.
All right. That's
So yeah,
that's for private.
public Discord is on the table, or we're gonna do it. But
Yeah.
Yep.
it might be a bit set up. But
And you know what? No promises, but I think I might actually want to do like stream highlight edit out of this
Oh,
live
sure.
stream. Cause,
That would be awesome.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that would
I
be
did
great.
that
Like
stuff at one point.
because then more people can see the important answers. Yes.
Yeah.
Especially the announcement which is gonna come up now. Clemens, are you ready? I sent you the latest version of the file just currently.
It's a file.
If you like a bit of like
Files.
yes, the image, the latest image I sent you in Telegram.
Give me files.
This is the
yes.
Where's files?
this is the thing we wanna
I'm
show.
looking on my phones for files. Where are they?
So we have a big announcement. I don't know if you wanna first say what it is and then show the image, or first show the image and then say what it is about.
First, show
Just,
the
yeah,
image.
First show the image.
just give me 15 more seconds.
Okay, so we're gonna show a little thing. It's made by Teddy. That's why earlier we wanted to say like, oh please, can you say 5 minutes? But he had to leave. So just the thing you're gonna see is made by Teddy, and he's gonna make a few more of these.
Oh yeah, I know what this is, and it's.
Oh yes. Is it on the
Fine.
stream yet? I'm not sure if
No,
I'm
no.
behind. Okay.
I'll tell you when I'm. Oh,
So-
this is big.
Just a bit of a lead in. It was connected to the thing we talked earlier about like food in Hamburg, and that we are gonna go to Hamburg
For reasons.
for some big reasons. Connected to this thing here.
Opossums? We are gonna look at opossums in Hamburg?
Do they have opossums in the Hamburg Zoo? Yeah,
They
no-
might actually. They do have red pandas.
Yeah, but I haven't seen like a European zoo that has opossums. That's why I never seen a live opossum in my life yet.
So
Except
what
on
about the
pictures.
announcement? What
but-
were you announcing?
We're just
Okay.
waiting for.
It's just waiting for the
sure.
picture, yes.
So,
So
It's fine, Piper.
so what
You
you
have a thick head. It's okay.
what you see next to Perry?
Next to Perry?
Uh-huh.
on the stream, it's like next to you.
Oh, okay.
So yes, so what you see next here is a page of a small custom comic in the Tamberlane universe we are making.
Teddy's drawing it.
And Teddy's drawing it, and he does a great job, right?
Tell Teddy he's awesome.
Oh yeah, Teddy's awesome. Yes, like look at the art. It's epic.
It's gonna get real good. So we
Oh,
have a
yes.
special thing planned with this comic.
So yeah, this is, but it's
That is
just not
awesome.
like it's not like just a spin-off comic and we're voicing it and that's it. The thing is, we're actually having a panel at this year's Eurofurence in Hamburg.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
So what we're gonna talk about what we do, like similar to this. We're gonna like introduce ourselves. We're gonna show the whole process we do, like from the very beginning, from casting all the way up to the finished product. We're gonna like how we do music and everything. So we're gonna do that. And there's the special thing about this comic. I'm not sure if I should. Whatever. I'm gonna talk about it. The special thing about this comic is that there's gonna be like 5 or 6 character slots in there, which are gonna be like your character here slots, like on the Telegram stickers. And the thing is, people from the audience are gonna get to have the just do it moment I was talking about earlier. And we're gonna ask like volunteers from the audience, hey, do you want to try out voice acting? We just showed you the process, and now you can be a part of this. And if you wanna come up, do an audition for one of the roles, one of your character here roles, you can get if we choose you, or if you're gonna be the one who's gonna be in the comic as this character, then you get your persona in the comic. So
Yeah, so you're rewarded for being brave and putting yourself out there. By if you get chosen, it's part of a casting process. But if you get chosen, your Sona will get drawn by Teddy.
yes, so we're
Free
gonna
sonas.
yes, so and maybe we're gonna have another moment where some person is like, yeah, I never tried it before, but I tried it out and I really like it, and now I want to do more of it. So that's kind of our hope. And maybe we can do just in general promote voice acting and stuff like that. So
We're going to discuss, the process behind the scenes, and we're also going to give you the chance to try out what we're telling you, like to try out the tips and fake tricks you've learned maybe, or the things you want to try. And I think that's super exciting because so many things that literally just do it, but just doing it can be so hard. So we want to just really give you that incentive, like, come up, you want to get your Sona in this comic, do it. Just don't let your memes be dreams, etc., etc.
So NFC in Hamburg.
Yes.
Right?
Your reference.
Your reference. I'm sorry.
3rd of September is when it starts. I think until the 8th. 6 or that. I'm bad with dates, but look it up on the website.
Yeah. And also, so that means if you want to meet us and maybe have the means to come to Hamburg in September, then just go there. Yes.
Yeah.
Do
And
it.
you can see us even more live than now.
Yeah, definitely. And then you can audition for
Yes,
your
maybe.
own character.
Maybe you even get your persona in the comic. Made by Teddy. Yes.
Not quite the Caitlin drawn Tamberlane, but the next best thing. Oh, a spin-off Tamberlane comic. So.
Yes. So yeah, I hope people are gonna like the idea. I hope you're gonna like it. At least the staff from Euroference said they like the idea, so we're confident that at least some people are gonna be interested. Yes.
Patrick Horton is wailing. He's saying, "What about doing this for Albany, New York, USA?"
Euroference USA. Let's go.
I would love that, but that would be we'd have to compete with AnthroCon and what else was there? I think Confuzzle was in the UK, right?
Yes, in the UK.
Yeah, no, like we'd have to compete with AnthroCon and the gazillion other big furry conventions in the US that I forgot about right now.
Well, if the panel is like people like it and we have a good time and the panel is received well, we might do more of them. And maybe we actually gonna have one in a US con at some point. We actually, Perry and I talked about we would be really excited about going to US con at some point. So
yeah,
and
it's
I
definitely
think,
in the cards.
I think there's many people in the team who would be excited about it. Yes.
That would be really cool, and we have actual possums here also.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we had a 1 month trip through the US. I still haven't seen any possum that was not roadkill, unfortunately. So
Oh, no, that's true.
sorry to
yeah.
leave you with that.
Yeah.
Leave you with
Well,
that view in the end.
Look, just show.
But
show,
yeah, look
show,
at
show
this
your
one,
student
yeah.
and said, look, that's a live possum.
But I have
It's a very
this one,
happy
yes.
possum.
There you go.
Cute.
So he's
Dad
fine.
feeds several on his front porch every day, so you can go to his house and see some.
Yes, I really love to see
Yes.
some possums. Yes.
Do it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
making an entire trip to US just to look at possums. Got it. Good.
Yeah,
Worth
that's
it,
a
worth it.
fair, intention.
Honestly, yes. I'm just saying. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Conventions. We don't need conventions. Just look at possums. Fly. Jump back
Yes.
into the plane.
More
Fly back.
possums
Exactly.
for Voltaire,
Yes.
Fiska says.
Woo, more possums.
I think on this message we can conclude our lovely evening.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have a trashy question to Patrick Horton. Are steamed hams an Albany, expression like
Oh
like
yes,
someone
you're really
said,
from Albany.
because you're from Albany. Did you ever hear of the phrase steamed hams?
Look. I let him answer, but I have an actual answer for the topic of steamed hams. But you have to look at the chat. He's obviously not here.
Yes.
But I have an actual answer.
Patrick Horton says, "I know that Simpsons joke. It's a dumb joke." Okay.
Aw.
Okay.
I really like
We are
it.
really big steamed hams and we just
Yes.
watched the
Yeah.
Les Miserables, the music adaptation for steamed
Yep.
hams. Very good.
But to actually answer your question, a steamed cheeseburger is an actual dish in Missouri. No, Connecticut. That's Missouri. Connecticut. Sorry, I thought it was Missouri. Connecticut.
Cool.
Steamed cheeseburgers are an actual thing where they actually steam the patty.
Also referred to as a steamer or cheeseburger.
Yep. So steamed hams is not a real phrase, but a steamed cheeseburger is a real concept.
Or a steamer.
Steamed Skinner. No, Skinner didn't make that up.
Oh yeah.
And the author of the skit said he didn't actually know that a steamed cheeseburger was an actual thing in the United States.
Oh.
He was just trying to come up with something silly, so...
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're going off the rails again. But
I'm hungry, okay? I'm gonna talk about food.
Yes, so then let's conclude this stream with this announcement. I hope you all are excited. I hope some of you we're gonna get to see at the panel. And yeah, I think the stream was really nice. Thank you all for joining. It was like 20 people and most of them just stayed for the whole stream. So
thank you so
excellent
much
for being interested.
Yes,
We're really excited about everyone just loving our stuff that we make. And it's just so we can continue and we're gonna know people like it. So yeah, we're really excited. Thank you all so much for tuning in.
And let's give it up
yes.
for our lovely voice actors over at the Discord.
Oh, yes.
Carrie, Lumi, Kay, Teddy, who unfortunately had to leave, Orlando, who had to leave, but all of you who are still here, thank you.
Yeah, thank you all doing such a great job, and I can't wait to show everyone Chapter 4 once it's done. It's gonna be really great.
Yeah.
Right then. Bye bye.
Good
See
rest
you.
of your day, everybody.
Yes, bye.
Hungry.
Bye bye.
Let's get some food.
Famous, let us know once the stream is over.
I'm famished.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Is it over yet? I don't know.
Now.
Just gonna keep waving until you say it's over. It's over. Okay.